Narito na ang inyong bagong magiging Sunday afternoon habit sa VG8 Radio. 2 oras ng inspiration, motivation at empowerment sa makabagong paaralan ng buhay sa online world.
EntrepRadio Online.
Invest early in life and be an entrepreneur. Ito ang susi sa inyong tagumpay. Matuto ng mga tips, techniques at best practices sa pagsisimula ng negosyo.
EntrepRadio Online.
Kasama ang inyong mga business voicemates na sina Rene, the Envoy Storalba, at Faith, the Boss Pastrana. Sila ang gagabay upang maging fun, meaningful at successful ang pagsisimula mo sa negosyo.
EntrepRadio Online.
Tuwing linggo, 2:00 hanggang 4:00 ng hapon sa VG8 Radio. Powered by Pocholo Academy, Creative Voices Productions, Creative Sound Studios, Voice from Home, The Voice Acting Project, and The Voice Master Channel.
EntrepRadio Online.
Konnichiwa, minasan!
Konnichiwa, daijoubu desu ka?
Hi, daijoubu desu. Good afternoon mga ka-entreps. Narito na ang programa para sa makabagong Filipino entrepreneur. Makakasama niyo kami tuwing linggo, 2:00 hanggang 4:00 ng hapon para sa usapang punong-puno ng kaalaman sa pagsisimula ng inyong pangkabuhayan.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Alam mo, we inspire greatness, excellence, success in every Filipino entrepreneur. Dahil dito sa EntrepRadio, may puso ang pagnenegosyo. Kaya Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, isang mapagpala at masayang hapon sa inyo mga ka-entreps. Hatid namin sa inyo ang 2 oras. Yes, 2 oras tayong magkakasama. Punong-puno ito ng information, inspiration, motivation, at empowerment para sa ating makabagong Filipino entrepreneurs. So guys, let's welcome everybody. Welcome all our guests. Welcome everybody to EntrepRadio Online.
We are the voice of Filipino entrepreneurs. Sa ngalan ng nag-iisang Voice Master of the Philippines, Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. And we are your ka-entreps. Ako po si Rene Toralba.
At ako naman po si Faith Pastrana. This show is powered by Pochology Academy, Creative Voices Productions, Creative Sound Studios, Voice from Home, The Voice Acting Project, and The Voice Master Channel. We are airing live on VG8 Radio, YouTube, and Facebook. Our Facebook page, by the way, is EntrepRadio Online. So, follow us so you can get updated kung ano yung mga happenings natin sa EntrepRadio. And guys, for today, for these 2 hours that you're with us, we encourage you to interact with us by commenting, giving us a shout out, or if you have any questions, just type away mga ka-entreps. So, kanina, partner, nag-Japanese greetings tayo. Bakit ba? Ano bang meron today?
Well, today's episode is actually about turning Japanese in the new normal.
Okay.
So, what we're going to be discussing today are everything, well, not really everything, no, but mostly about how the Japanese culture is being used nowadays for businesses in the new normal, no? Partner, kamusta kayo dyan? Kamusta yung lagay dyan sa area nyo?
Sa area namin, pero una sabihin ko muna because we have this COVID and all, the pandemic is happening and we cannot go out to travel. Sobrang perfect ng episode natin today kasi we cannot go out dahil wala pang siguro yung mga travel at saka yung mga flights are very limited. We are bringing Japan to you today. So you don't have to fly out. We will teach you how to speak a bit of Japanese and we have Japanese food in store for everyone. Ay, para lang matakam kayo today. Ayan. Yeah. So yun nga, going back to your question, partner. Going back to your question, dito sa amin, may mga naririnig akong mga cases. And alam mo, partner, yesterday, chinek natin yung mga COVID cases sa Pilipinas. And it's very, very disheartening na ang taas na ng cases na, partner. Kasi as of yesterday, August 1, ang nakatala, ang
Nakatala.
recorded natin, ang naka-record natin cases ay 98,823. Grabe, ang dami nun, ha?
98, konti na 100 na, no?
Oo, baka nga ngayon 100 na. Baka ngayon 100,000 na.
Yikes.
So, as of yesterday, meron tayong 30,928 active cases and 2,039 have died. Alam mo yun. And some of them are actually frontliners. Kaya medyo,
Mga ilan kaya
alam mo yun,
nag-recover dyan?
nag-recovered.
Dun sa-
Meron namang, good news naman yon. Good news.
Okay, what's the good news? Let's hear that.
65,265. Yan, yun yung mga recovered
60,000, please,
natin.
no?
Oo. So, I think,
Pa rin, no?
So I think this is actually a wake-up call for everyone, no? Wake-up call na siguro, kaya time niyo talaga yung show natin eh. It's about time kasi we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, in the next few days, in the next weeks or months. It's about time that we do something about, pandemic is happening, but there's still something that we can do. Diba?
Definitely.
We are trying to wake up the entrepreneurs in all of us. That's what we're doing here and in EntrepRadio online. So yon. Partner, Eka, what's the highlight of your week?
In our case, syempre we just finished we just finished our graduation and everything last week, but this week, yesterday actually, the certified voice artist program already started with batch 2. And
Yes.
there were more than ilan ba? Siguro more than 70 plus na students who joined, no? So magkakaroon tayo ng bagong mga voice mates, no?
Yes.
Hindi biro yung new 70 people. There were actually more than 80 sa room. So but that included everybody else kasama yung batch 1 na
batch 1 na clingy.
Mga nakasit in and kunyari wala doon, yung gano'n. But it actually helped with our sepanks, our separation anxiety from all the assignments from CVAP, and it's fun to see them, the new people, who are going to go through that, no? So excited ako for that.
Oo, we have a lot of fresh faces, pero ang gagaling nila, no? Nakakagulat, ang gagaling nila. Start pa lang, first session pa lang nila, lumalabas na talaga yung galing nila, no? Tapos, wala lang, nakakasipangs talaga. Sana makamove on naman tayo.
Magaling sila magtanong, marami silang tanong, hindi tulad ng batch natin, nahihiya tayo. Sila talaga, tanong lang ng tanong, as in, lahat ng mga tinanong natin sa group works, tinanong na nila kagad kay Miss Nikki eh. So, galing.
Kasi tayo daw medyo shy type pa, ganyan.
Shy.
Pero hindi tayo shy pagkatapos. Aminin mo yan.
There's a change, which is good.
So yun, we are growing every month, no? CVAP is growing every month, and it's really exciting to see people joining us na talaga namang very passionate about their craft and very passionate about voice acting. And hindi lang voice acting yung lumalabas, no? Hindi lang yung boses at yung capacity ng boses, capability ng boses ang lumalabas. Meron pang mga nade-develop na on the sides, mga personality, development, ganyan. Hindi talaga natitigil sa voice acting. Very good tayo dyan. Ang dami-dami na natin.
Self-confidence. Yan.
Yes.
And how to love your voice. Yun yung mahirap tanggapin.
Yes,
pag
love your
voice mo. Parang, ako ba yan? Ayoko yan. Pwede ba iba na lang?
Oo. Sabi nga ni Sir Choi, love your voice and love yourself first.
Yes.
Diba? Ayun. Tapos another lighter side of lighter side topic naman tayo. So, last week, may nanalo tayong Enterprise winner, si Sir Jose Jeffrey Perey. Diba?
Yes.
Si Sir Jeffrey. Nanalo siya ng Shawarmax. And he was very happy. Napa-food review pa siya. So, sobrang sarap daw ng Shawarmax na pinadala. Meron tayong pictures actually, diba? Nasa Facebook.
Na-video ba niya yun?
So, kaya, Hindi ko alam eh. Pero may mga pictures siyang pinadala sa atin, tapos pinost natin sa Facebook. Kaya mga
Ah,
ka-Entreps, follow the Facebook page na. Again, it's EntrepRadio Online para makita niyo yung mga happenings. Kasi it doesn't end on Sundays. Alam mo yun,
yeah.
kahit tapos na tayo umere, may mga nangyayari pa sa pagitan ng in between the days ng airing natin. So, follow the page. Yon.
Yes. And of course, hindi lang isa yung nanalo hindi lang isa yung winner natin. We have a second winner din. We actually have Miss Jean Eledia, no? Who is actually joining us later on the show. So, what are the odds, diba? Yung guest natin for today, siya din yung nanalo last week. So,
At
but
partner, hindi
we'll
to
get her-
planado.
wala, hindi. Things happen
Hindi to
for a
planado.
reason.
Oo.
And we'll hear kung nakuha na ba ni Miss Jean yung prize niya later. So today, we're gonna have 2 more winners, right? Ng
Yes, we
Enterprise.
have 2 more winners of Enterprise. Yes.
So, what are we handing out?
What are we handing out? Sobrang exciting kasi yung mga gifts natin will be coming out from our guests. Napaka-generous ng mga guests natin. Diba? Na-guest na
Yes.
sila pang namigay. Diba?
Oo,
So
diba?
yun, meron tayong ang first generous guest natin magbibigay ng 2 hours ba?
1 hour.
1 hour ba? 1 hour of free Japanese session, Japanese language teaching session. Yon.
Mhm.
Tama? O, diba?
Yes.
So, yung mga gustong matuto dyan, yung medyo nag-iisip, parang feeling ko kailangan ko mag-aral ng Japanese kasi gusto ko maintindihan yung mga pinapanood kong anime. Or pupunta ako ng Japan someday. Diba? Ganyan. Dapat manood na kayo dahil may chance kayong manalo ng 1 hour session with our very beautiful guest.
And
Diba?
of course, if you like it, there's nothing stopping you from continuing on your sessions.
Yes.
Pag
Oo.
nasimulan mo yung Japanese, pag natuto ko na paano mag-introduce yourself, how you say your name in Japanese, maengganyo ka na na ituloy ito eh. Although, syempre, hindi naman kaagad-agad yan. Anything that is worth doing, it takes time. Anything that's worth na makuha, you have to put some effort in it. So, yeah.
Like you, partner, you're so fluent in Japanese. Well, the thing is, I don't know Japanese. So, kahit anong sabihin mo sa akin in Japanese, feeling ko fluent ka. so I think you're
Kahit
fluent.
alam ko lang, hi, hello,
So, yun.
bye-bye.
Ang second prize natin. Tapos, ang second prize natin will be food eh. Pero kung anong food yun, kung anong Japanese food yun, surprise. Mamaya na natin i-share kung ano yun para ma-excite sila at tumutok sila sa atin. Diba?
Yes.
So yun, ano pang kailangan natin gawin, partner, para manalo sila ng Entreprise, to be another Entreprise winner for today? All you have to do is simply listen attentively. Tingnan nga natin kung meron tayong mga viewers today and if anybody's waiting for our
Actually,
Entreprise today.
We have 3 comments na. 3 comments from viewers. No? So, we have Sir Georgette Fedelin. Hello, guys. Hello po.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Ganda mo ng... Oo, salamat po. Ano yan?
Gracias. Naging Spanish. Gracias.
Gracias. Si. Aha, ninja. Si Miss
Si
Des
Des.
Budong, one of our voice mates. Na?
And she's the first Entreprise winner.
She's the first Enterprise winner. May trophy ba siya nun or plaque?
Wala, meron siyang Jollibee.
Jollibee, diba?
Meron siyang Jollibee. So, yon. So, if you are out there, we will need you. Susubukan natin yung galing nila sa pakikinig at galing nila sa pag-take down notes, partner. Kasi we will be giving out some Entropedia tips today. Ayan, na-practice ko na over the week. Entropedia. Entropedia tips that we will mention throughout the show. And towards the end of the show, we will ask you to list down the tips that we gave out. And you can do that sa comment section. Yan. So, the fastest ones to list them out for us will become our Entreprise winner. We are looking for 2. So, the first ones who will be giving out the Entropedia tips will be getting some exciting gifts from our guests. Yan, from our very
So,
generous guests.
right. So baka nag-iisip kayo, ano bang ibig sabihin ng Entrepedia? No? So
Ayan na.
this is our segment ng show wherein we give out the prizes. But what is Entrepedia muna? Let's define it. Ang
Okay.
Entrepedia is it's a collection of information. This is the dictionary Nax, may dictionary tayo. Collection of information or data that is useful and helpful to the modern entrepreneur.
Oo. At sa Tagalog, ito po ay mga koleksyon ng impormasyon o data na nakakatulong o kapaki-pakinabang sa mga makabagong negosyante. Ayan, diba? So, in Japanese daw.
We'll ask Miss Jean later. Paano niya itatranslate
Okay.
yung Entrepedia?
Okay. Pero alam mo, partner, dahil we are turning Japanese in this new normal for this episode, aba,
Mhm.
tuloy-tuloy na natin yan. Ang Japanese, ang entrepreneur natin ay Japanese din. O, ang
So
taray.
for our Entrepedia, number one,
Mhm. Oh, yun ang sound effects talaga. Yun talaga yung the viewers out there have to wait for that sound
mhm,
kasi that's how they will know Entrepedia tip is coming. 'Di ba?
yes.
So,
So
isa pa partner, isa pa.
that sound is ano ba yun?
Yun. So, get familiar with that sound because it means there is a
Calculator ba
useful
yun?
tip coming
Or
up. Hmm?
calculator ba yun? Ano bang sound yan, partner?
It's cash register. Kaching
Cash
kaching.
register. So,
Yes,
syempre, for
kaching
the
kaching.
entrepreneurs, alam niyo kung anong sound niyan, di ba? Kahit pa paano.
Very familiar sila dyan.
So,
Yun.
our first Entrepedia
Go ahead, partner.
is sort. Actually, we'll be doing ang tawag dito is the 5S methodology. This is
Mhm.
actually used in the manufacturing industry, but recently it's had more and more, what do you call it, followers na ginagamit din
Mhm.
for everything else, everything in business. They're using this, no.
Mhm.
So the first S is called sort, or in Japanese, seiri. So kung nababasa niyo yung Nihongo, yung kanji, ang nakalagay dyan, seiri. No? So what is seiri? What is
Seri.
sorting? So essentially, this is your Marie Kondo of the process. You have to take out everything that you have na ginagamit mo sa negosyo or sa process mo, and you take out all the ones na hindi kailangan. So ipagsasama-sama mo lahat ng mga kailangan mo. Kunyari, accountant ka. So calculator mo, ball pen, stapler, whatever, they should all be in that in a particular place, no. So ready to use kagad. So if you're cooking, ganun din, lahat ng utensils, implements mo, they're all in one place that you can uh, easily see, easily inspect, and alam mo kagad kung may nawala. Kunyari, nasa na yung kutsarita dito, di ba? Ganon. So that's the sort part.
Oo. Alam mo, partner, yung 5S, no, it's very, very useful. I think it came from Japan. That's why we have all the Japanese words. Pero kasi,
Mhm.
alam mo, it is actually acknowledged and used in different
Mhm.
countries. Kasi even
Right.
when I was still in Singapore, nung gumagawa kami ng mga corporate videos for companies and for government agencies, there is this one video that we did which is specifically and very focused on this 5S. Ang pangalan pa nga ng video is 5S talaga.
Yan na
Oo,
yun.
kasi ganun they
Walang
really
mawala.
wanna teach their employees how to practice 5S kasi
Mhm.
it's a workplace standard na talaga. And the thing is, it doesn't have to be in a workplace. Even in your house, you can use this 5S to have an efficient work process kahit sa loob ng bahay.
Actually, pati sa schools, they teach this early on sa mga like kindergarten level pa lang. Talagang they teach the kids na, your shoes should be here, your bags should be there. Everything has a place, no? So, din kaagad na, bakit wala to dito? Then, kasi baka may maka-aksidente. So, that's part of the safety as well and monitoring. No?
This is in Japan or in the Philippines in school? I
In
mean,
Japan.
they teach
Japan.
in school. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. In the Philippines wala
Here,
pa.
I think meron pa. May mga schools na rin ako nakikita na na they're implementing this process as well, this methodology.
I see. I see.
Actually, in clean
Okay.
as you go, if you're familiar with clean as you go, Claygo,
Mm,
that's actually
mm-mm.
an implementation of 5S. So pagkatapos mo
I
kumain,
see.
prep, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yun, very, very useful talaga, no? So, guys, the people who are watching, the viewers out there, ka-entreps, very useful to. So, take down notes. Kasi talagang, practice talaga siya. Every country has their way of implementing it. Pero, we're always going back to the 5S. Yan.
Mhm.
Okay. So, we're done with our first EntrepRadio tip, partner.
So, all right, mga ka-entreps, since we're done with that, you have to stay with us this afternoon because this will be a 2-hour discussion filled with learnings specially created para sa lahat ng aspiring entrepreneurs. At sa mga wala pang balak magnegosyo dyan, sana ma-inspire kayo to build your own services as you listen sa kwento ng ating susunod na dalawang guests na sina Tita Mary and si Miss Jean Eledia na mas makikilala pa natin mamaya.
Oo, exciting. Kasi lahat ang background sila medyo may Japanese touch. Diba? So ngayon papakilala natin yung first guest natin and she's waiting. She's been there excited to join us. Kilala rin natin siya bilang si Jean Sensei. Doon ko siya unang nakilala, Jean Sensei. Sabi ko, sino si Jean Sensei? Parang, di ba, parang parang talagang up there yung niya, Sensei eh. Di ba? So,
Master yan, or teacher.
hinanap ko siya, alam mo ba? Oo, hinanap ko siya. Sabi niya, Jean Sensei, kailangan ko siyang hanapin. So, yun. As she's joining us later on, alam mo ba na very timely kasi entrepreneur din siya, no? Aside from an online host, she's also a teacher. Diba? She's using her passion in Japanese language to be able to help other people and to earn then as an entrepreneur. Diba? So guys, let's all welcome our sensei, our Japanese sensei, si Miss Jean Eledia.
Hi guys! Konnichiwa!
Hi, Miss Jean. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa! O genki desu ka? How's everyone?
O genki desu. Ayan, partner. We'll just keep the Japanese to a minimum for you.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Hello, Miss Jean. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today.
So, Miss Jean, can you tell us about you?
Yes.
Tell us about you.
In English. Char. Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Jean Eledia, and I do freelance teaching basic Nihongo online.
Mm-hmm.
And from my experiences, sa mga work experiences ko pala before, I have noticed kasi na naka-inline ako sa Japanese industry. Like, the first job that I had was I worked in a Japanese restaurant for almost 2 years. And then I also worked with Japanese Airlines, with JAL and with ANA. And then after that, soon might as well in a hotel, why not? But for now, during this time of crisis, definitely in quarantine tayo. So in here, I decided to, why not open up classes for Nihongo, just basic Nihongo online.
Very timely siya. Very timely kasi, di ba ngayon nga, parang pinagdadebatihan pa kung mag-aaral yung mga estudyante sa school or online na lang.
Yes.
Pero yung pag-aaral ng Nihongo kay Miss Jean, you don't really have to think about it. Online siya. So, if you're interested to learn the language, no worries kasi online siya.
Yes.
So, medyo na-mention na ni Miss Jean, how did she start in the paano napunta sa pagtuturo ng Japanese language, 'di ba? So medyo nag-start siya sa restaurant business, sa restaurant ganyan. Pero Miss Jean, was there any struggle kasi syempre yung culture different, 'di ba? Yung paano yung process ng pag-aaral mo ng Japanese language? Was there any difficulty? And of course, there would be milestones. How did you realize na, ay, ang galing, parang madali para sa akin to? Alam mo yun?
Actually, Miss Faith, it started when I had my first time studying in Japan way back 2015. So yun talaga yung first time ever. I had zero knowledge talaga learning the language. So I was an international student. And at that time, I also had like what we call arubaito or like a part-time. So nag-aaral ako at the same time nagtatrabaho din sa Japan. Then from there, ang laki ng struggles ko kasi I was the only Filipina student. So karamihan sa mga kasama ko were Indonesians, Russians, who barely speak English. So that's why ang pinaka-main communication is mostly in Nihongo. Aminado ako, there's really a lot of struggle, especially the culture and of course the mannerisms that I get to adapt here sa Pilipinas na nadala ko mismo sa Japan. So marami, it's really a culture shock for me, but eventually when I came back here in the Philippines, mas dun ko siya nahasa, mas dun ko siya na-apply. So which brings me to a lot of advantages kasi syempre kasi learning a language kasi that's a big plus. So you get to experience a lot of fields. So I never thought na I get to work with an airline industry. I never expected to work in a hotel or even with a restaurant, kumbaga. So especially nandun din yung medyo alam mo yun, medyo nakakatuwa din for the fact that in a situation wherein you get to translate din sa kanila. Diba? For example, I remember in the restaurant, I remember when I was still working in the restaurant kasi there is a Japanese chef na nag-explain kung paano lutuin and so on. So from there nun, parang, kating-kating na talaga hindi lang ako na mag-translate eh. Kasi I never told anyone na I can actually speak. Like, in Nihongo talaga.
Here?
So,
Was this here?
no, that happened during my first job. In a Japanese restaurant dito sa Pilipinas. So from then on, so parang, I tried my best na parang yun, to communicate and so on. And then, hanggang sa doon ko na-realize, there's a big spark na kaagad na, hala, nakakatuwa kasi maraming nakaka-amaze na, alam mo yun, hala, nakaya mo i-translate yan, ganyan. So, ayun, from that moment on, parang I decided na to continue studying the language. Kasi nakakatuwa talaga.
So mahirap ako kasi hindi ko alam. Mahirap bang aralin ang Nihongo?
Perfect question. Kasi Miss Faith, madali siyang aralin if talagang kinahiligan mo na ever since. Nandun na kasi yung motivation mo, you have the drive to learn it. So that's why talagang puprosigihin mo. If it is something na like, alam mo yun, nasabihan ka lang na, okay, sige, yung kutong ng Nihongo. Medyo mahihirapan ka kasi syempre, sa writing style pa lang ng Nihongo kasi, they have 3 They have hiragana, katakana, and for kanji. For hiragana kasi, they use the writing style coming from Japanese words. While katakana naman is coming from the foreign words like English, Tagalog, Korean, mga borrowed words, exactly. And then for kanji naman, yun yung mga Chinese characters na na-adapt nila. So talagang, alam mo yun, marami ka talagang matutunan. Writing pa lang yun. Pero basically, if you want to enhance more on conversations, mas madali siyang hasain. If you get to speak it every day, especially if you're watching anime or if you're watching radio shows, Japanese radio shows, or even you listen to Japanese pop music, it helps.
It really depends on the motivation, no? Kung meron kang enough motivation to learn. Okay, got that.
Ako actually, I studied Japanese a long time ago, siguro mga year 2000 pa. Pero kasi I had to go to Japan for business, no? One of my fears was, while in Japan, pag naligaw ka, goodbye, di ba? And back then, hindi pa uso masyado ang cellphone. You had to rent a cell phone, a mobile phone from NTT Docomo, their local, their local telco, no? So, that was my, my driving, what do you call it, need, no, to learn Japanese. So, ang natutunan ko lang is essentially how to get from my hotel station back, no? Parang kunyari doon sa Koban, the police box, may policeman doon, pwede mong tanungan, how do you get to Washington Hotel? Sasabihin niya, dito, kumanan ka, bumaba ka dito, lumiko. Kung hindi mo alam yon, di matutulog ka sa labas, di ba? So, parang ganun.
Mm-mm.
That's a
So,
very valid motivation, partner. Very valid.
ang naging problem ko lang, syempre, pagbalik dito,
Mm-mm.
wala ka namang kausap. So, sabi ko, pwede bang magturo din ako? Turuan ko na nga lang yung girlfriend ko na, Nihongo para may kausap ako. We tried that before, pero hindi rin eh. Iba talaga yung pag nandudong ka, biglang, kunyari, nasa 7-Eleven ka, gusto mo lang bumili ng tonkatsu o kaya ng noodles.
Mm-mm.
Tapos hindi kayo magkaintindihan, nagtuturoan kayo, parang, wala na. Bili ka na lang ng chips pag ganun. Chips and beer, di okay ka na.
Mm-mm. Actually, sir, na-experience ko din kasi yan nung first time ko sa Japan. Tapos, tawag dito, ganun din yung case ko, naligaw din ako. I even went to the wrong train pa nga papunta sa isang destination.
Nakakaligaw yun.
Nakakapanik kasi maraming mga ruta. Kumbaga, unlike dito sa Pilipinas, it's just one straight.
Yung mga tao naglalakad doon ang bibilis, parang hindi mo matanungan.
Yes. Mm-mm. And minsan kasi pag tatanungin sila na parang, do you speak English? Sila kasi medyo mahihiya din. So might as well, gaganyan sila. Dami. O, sumimasen, ego, chotto, gaganyan sila. Ayun. So from then on, talagang kinakailangan talaga na ma-adapt and of course, maaral mismo yung language nila. Which is really nice, no? Kasi talaga, preserve talaga nila yung yung language.
Yeah, the culture and everything.
Oo, at saka with with the anime coming, yung kasikatan ng anime at saka yung mga Japanese movies, 'di ba? Ang dami na talagang gustong mag-aral kahit hindi pa sila napunta ng Japan, no? Nakakatuwa. So, ayun. Partner?
Sorry. Naisip ko lang yung ano pa yung mga ibang paggagamitan ng Japanese during the new normal. So, yeah.
Talagang excited kasi si partner dito sa sa show natin today kasi nga he speaks Japanese fluently. Well, for me. He speaks
Japanese to you,
Ayun.
And Zen
Tapos,
and the little
excited siyang ma-guest ka sa show. Ayun. Partner, may question ka ba kay Miss Jean? May question ka pa ba?
So how did you start your the teaching career essentially?
Balik kasi I started it when first with friends. Actually, nag-open din kasi ako sa mga ibang markets Like I just posted my poster on Facebook and then eventually merong reference, 'di ba? So parang tawag dito, ito si Jin pala nagtuturo din pala. And then at that time I was still working in the airline industry sa mga Japanese as a Japan airline or ANA.
Wow.
So on. So parang dun kasi parang sa airline industry kasi mas dun ko nahasa lalo yung speaking kasi you get to communicate with the Japanese locals especially. Lalo na ang pinaka-struggle lang for me at that time was the time na iba-iba kasi yung level ng communications nila. They have the casual, they have the polite form, and they even have what we call the keigo o songkeigo. Yun yung more in business or talagang tinitingalan talaga. Very highly ang pagkaka-interact with them. So medyo mahaba-haba siya. Like, for example, yung, di ba, may sumimasen, gomenasai, tapos biglang moshwaki gozaimasen, di ba? So, pahaba siya ng pahaba.
Shiwake.
Oo. So, ganun siya. And then, since at the time na parang I decided na, yun nga, mag-open ako for the Nihongo tutorial. Una muna kasi it's like one-on-one. One-on-one. And then, hanggang sa, yun na, yung parang nakikita kami in a certain place or minsan may meet up. Actually, sa coffee shop. Sa coffee shop na try ko yun.
Pala talaga.
Oo. Yun yung first time ko nun. Then, eventually, I realized, mas effective kasi if online. Though, ang medyo downside lang nun is hindi ko kasi mamomonitor yung in terms of writing niya. Yung parang, syempre, pag magsusulat. Pero very effective more on reading. Yung mga stroke orders, ano yung meaning, paano yung perfect na, paano yung tamang pagsusulat nun.
I see. May question ako, Miss Jean. Ayan, gumalaw yung microphone.
Yes.
May question ako. Ano po yung teaching style mo as a language teacher? Kasi ako, nung nag-aral ako ng Spanish, ang teacher ko, very very conversational. Kahit hirap na hirap ka nang makipag-usap. Alam mo yun, parang, mag-English tayo. Pero ayaw niya.
Pilitan ka.
Galit siya. Alam mo yun, kailangan talaga Spanish pa rin. Kahit dumudugo na yung isip mo, kakaisip anong sinasabi niya. Anong teaching style mo?
Actually, pag may nag-i-inquire din kasi sa akin, parang I want to get to know the student first, kung ano yung mga interest niya, and then ano yung purpose, and then bakit niya gusto matuto ng language. Kasi from that answer sa student na yon, definitely, I have to make a point na magko-connect kami ng interest. Ako talagang basically Japan everything Talagang gustong-gusto ko siya. Pag for example, meron siyang specific interest like food, or business, or anime, definitely parang isisingit ko some of the parts of my presentation na alam mo yun, uy, ito yun na parang kilala ko yung anime character na yun. So, ganun siya. But then, isa din sa mga interesting na ginagawa ko rin for my students is practicing already to introduce themselves in Japanese. And then, sa first part ng session, nire-require ko sila na i-memorize yun. Why? Kasi I require them every session before we start, kailangan nila hi, dozo, jiko, shoukai onegaishimasu. Please do your self-introduction. Kasi at the end of the session din kasi, I want my students to feel confident when introducing themselves in Japanese. So that's, ganun siya. Kasi parang may impact.
Oo, tsaka personal. Kasi, intindi mo muna yung bakit nila gusto in the first place. And what are their interests dun na related to Japanese culture. Very, very personalized.
And
so,
then,
mag-enroll na tayo.
And then pala, Miss Faith and Sir Rene, minsan ang ginagawa ko pag during sessions, tawag dito, I make a certain expression in Japanese na para very familiar sa kanila. Like for example, Shitsumon garimasu ka? So lagi ko sinasabi yan sa students ko. Ibig sabihin, like, do you have any questions? And of course, they will say na, hi, arimasu, iya, arimasen, mga ganyan. Or,
wala.
Ganon. Yes, meron. Hi, wala. Ay, oo, ganon. Tapos, meron din ako nire-record sa students ko rin yung saying goes na, otsukare sama deshita. Though it's medyo mahaba siya. Pero it means kasi, thank you for your hard work. So that is one of my favorite Japanese words. Otsukare sama deshita. So, dire-record ko yung students ko bago kami mag-end ng session, kailangan nyo sabihin yon. Though mahaba, pero kinakailangan. Kasi it's very needed. Especially when you're interacting or working in a Japanese industry.
So you
Miss
really
Jean, para magkaroon ka ng basic knowledge, ilang sessions ba? Yung
Actually,
medyo
kasi,
confident na sila, ilang sessions mostly?
Bali kasi I have two package kasi I have the 10-hour package. Yun yung fina-focus ko yung reading and writing sa kanila. Kasi kailangan mauna yun. Eventually kasi we will proceed now to the grammar and conversation. So basically kasi yun na yung sa 30 hours ko. Yun na yung parang magkakaroon na kami ng conversation like, kore wa nan desu ka? Kore wa ikura desu ka? Sore wa, di ba? Ayun, ganun siya. 526 yen desu, mga ganun. Oo, yun. And then, for example, pwede din, watashi wa gakusei ja arimasen. Parang ganun, I am not a student. May mga ganong, mga sentence patterns. And yun nga. And more on vocabularies na, eventually. Sa 30 hours na yun.
So,
I
kumbaga,
see. How do you keep your...
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Ayun, sorry,
marami kang
partner, lagi na
matutunan
lang.
in 30 hours. Sige lang.
Oh, okay. Pero how do you, kasi di ba may mga levels yan merong elementary level, merong, anong susunod sa elementary?
Beginner, intermediate.
Beginners, merong, how do you keep them interested? Kasi parang yung iba, basic knowledge lang, okay na sila doon. Pero, I mean, if you're starting to learn a language, why not learn as much as you can, diba? How do you keep them interested, and how do you keep them coming back to you for lessons?
Bali kasi Miss Faith, isa din kasi yan sa mga struggles, diba, as a Nihongo tutor, na how to keep my students motivated. Ang nangyayari din kasi parang they sometimes inform me to skip some classes kasi ang nangyayari kasi niyan parang depende na yan kung ano yung priorities ng students Definitely. But of course, nandun dapat yung alam mo yun, kailangan nandun pa rin yung presence ko na I have to kamustahin sila, Or parang, for example, ito yung interest niya, huy, may nakita ako, tinan mo, napanood mo na tong series na to, ganon. So, para at least, di ba, very pumped din siya. Tapos, nag-share din ako ng mga posts on my Facebook page. Very Japanese nga yung sa Facebook page ko. Ayun.
Maganda nga yun eh.
And then, the way I interact kasi my students, hindi yung parang yung high and low. Kumbaga, alam mo yun talagang magkakatropa. Parang ganun siya. Yung, marami talaga mga interactions, ganun. Then, the way I treat them is with respect as well. Hindi ko sila tinatakot kasi, syempre, they will, pag by fear ang teaching na, kailangan mo ito matapos ha, bukas, send mo sa akin. No, hindi naman. Syempre, iba-iba yung facing ng students.
Yes.
Ayun, keeping friends with them, chika-chika, ganun.
Ano bang mga age range ng mga students mo, Miss Jean?
Actually, pinaka-youngest ko, currently, she's 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
14 years old. And the most senior, ilang taon?
Actually, nasa 60? No joke.
Wow.
No joke. Like, pati ako, nagulat ako. So, actually, nag-graduate na siya sa akin like last month. And then, yun, nakakatuwa. Iba-iba talaga yung facing eh. Kasi minsan, hindi kid-friendly o yung mga iba, hindi naman adult-friendly. Masyado mabagal or masyado mabilis. So, iniiba-iba ko yung pattern of teaching ko. Minsan, nadadala ko nga.
Pero nakakatawa kasi kahit anong age, gusto pa rin nilang matuto, no? It's never too late to learn something that you would really want to learn. Diba? Nakakatawa.
What's the most common reason bakit nila gusto matutunan yung Nihongo?
Actually, karamihan sa mga natanong ko yan sa mga students, they want to work in Japan. Isa din yan.
Oh, wow.
Second, they also want to be fluent speaking, di ba, in Nihongo, yung sa language. Kasi meron din pala akong isang student din, she's a call center agent. Malaki yung advantage din kasi if she knows any foreign language. So, nagpaturo siya sa akin na in Nihongo. Which is ganun talaga.
Naman, diba, kahit sa airline industry, lalo na if you can speak another language, kung kunyari Nihongo lang mo, hindi ka marunong mag-English, kawawa naman yung mga marunong mag-English na passengers mo, walang. So, ikaw yung translator, diba?
May may parang language allowance na tinatawag. So, basically, it's not part from the basic pay or kung ano man pay mismo. So, meron siyang additional. Kasi, syempre, it's a skill, diba? Na it's not quite common sa mga iba. Kumbaga, naakmalan talaga doon sa certain industry na yun, lalo na sa airline, kasi syempre maraming mga iba't ibang lahi. Kaya, ayun, that's a big advantage of learning a foreign language.
I see. May ganun pala, no? I didn't know that, na merong language allowance. So, pag meron kang additional language aside from the standard English, you get additional pay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Ganun. Lalo na Miss Faith kung yes, sa call centers. Lalo na pag may proof ka na you have this level of proficiency.
Certificate, no?
Yes. So, bali, JLPT kasi yan sa Japanese Language Proficiency Test, na twice a year siya dito sa Pilipinas na kinoconduct every July and December. So, they have different levels kasi sa Nihongo kasi. N5 is the very basic. And then N1 is talagang yung very fluent ka na talaga. It's mostly on very particular siya with sa mga medical field, 'di ba? Na naiintindihan mo yung mga kanji nila and so on. So, yun, sa exam na yun kasi they have 3 sets. They have listening, they also have reading and vocabulary and grammar. So, 3 siya. Tapos naka-time limit din siya.
Tapos may writing din eventually dun sa higher levels.
Parang IELTS.
Parang gano'n. Pero kasi it's more on multiple choices eh. You get to shade lang all the answers for the JLPT. And then not only that, aside from JLPT, they also have J-test. I think that's in UP, doon nila kinoconduct. So mas siya, mas detailed, sabi daw sa akin ng sensei ko. I think by September, kung okay na mismo yung situation natin, baka mag-open. Pero not quite sure pa.
Wow.
Oo. Nothing's quite sure ngayon, actually.
Oo nga eh. Totoo.
Ayun. Meron bang
good thing.
Meron ba tayong
now, diba?
Yes po?
That's a good thing now na we're not yet sure, so you might as well do something more productive with your time. Kasi
Very
Totoo.
true.
Totoo yan.
So,
Miss
ano po
Jean,
kayang sige, sorry. Go ahead, partner.
sorry. Partner, nakita ko lang may mga messages pala tayo. Para kay Miss
Ah,
Jean, nag-hello lang sila. Oo.
sana tayo. Ito si
Greetings,
Miss Rhea.
greetings for Miss Jean.
Hello, voice mates. Hello,
Hi,
Gita.
Desan. Konnichiwa.
And we have from Marlon, great day, sir. Oh. From Nailin, blessed day, voice mates right now. Hello, Jean Sensei.
Yes. Hi, Nylene.
Merong words
Hi,
of wisdom.
Mylene.
Nailin. Knowing the
Yes.
learner's style helps the teacher choose the best teaching style. Oo, kasi
Galing.
Oh,
Nailin din
coming
kasi
from another
kapag
teacher.
Oo.
in Bahrain.
Mm-mm. Oo.
And
Happy
happy
Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Moises.
Hello.
salamat sa pagnood, voice mates. Alam niyo naman linggo and busy-busy
Yes.
tayo. So, yon.
Okay.
So,
Voice mates, ano lang kayo, tune in lang kayo kasi later we will be giving away our EntrepRadio tips. We will continue with our 5Ss. 5Ss, tama ba yun? 5S. We will be continuing with our 5S. And if you're able to give us the 5S later on in the show, you will be receiving some exciting gifts from us, from our guests. Ayan. Okay, continue tayo, partner.
teka, may humabol na comment para kay Miss Jean. Sama na natin.
May humabol
Konnichiwa.
ba? Sige, sige.
Wow. Konnichiwa.
Watashi
Watashi
no
no
namae
namae
wa.
wa. Hi,
Okay.
Arya-san.
So, back to, are we doing the EntrepRadio?
I think you have some more questions for Miss Jean.
Okay. Yung sa new normal pala, naalala ko na. Yung sa new normal, so ngayon, di ba, syempre, what do you call this? Nag-quarantine tayo and everything.
Mm.
What sort of new struggles did you encounter? Lalo na sa online instruction.
When teaching?
Yeah.
When teaching kasi, sometimes meron talaga tayong mga instances na hindi natin makakontrol. Like for example, yung mga internet interruption, mga ganyan, mga technical difficulties. Minsan not from my end or minsan sa end ng estudyante ko na parang, sensei, sumimasen sa next session na lang. That's the first one. Second would be ang struggle ko siguro would be yung monitoring their progress. Mahirap din kasi pag sobrang daming students. Currently, I have right now is total of 7. So, syempre, pinaka-focus ko talaga silang 7 mismo talaga. And definitely, the way of teaching ko sa isang student is not applicable to the other student as well. So, kailangan ko talagang i-shift yung sarili ko. I have to recap ano yung mga na-discuss namin last time. Ayun siya.
Progress nga, no? Oo nga.
I see. Partner,
How about-
before we open the floor to... Ay, sorry.
Hindi, sige, go.
Excited palagi. Partner, before we open the floor to questions from our viewers, from our voice mates, I would like to ask sana Miss Jean for any advice, any pieces of advice for our aspiring teachers, online teachers.
Yes. Para sa mga aspiring Nihongo teachers like me, if you isipin nyo lang lagi na unang-una talaga, what's your purpose of wanting to learn the language and eventually you want to teach, di ba? Kasi syempre, may mga kakilala ako na they know already Nihongo pero they don't have confidence enough to teach. Ganun siya. Or even kahit yung basic lang, though very hasang-hasa na yung mga iba kong kasama, yun lang din, you have to overcome your fear if you want to teach, especially iba din sa feeling na nakaka-inspire ka ng ibang tao. 'Di ba? Let the baby voices be heard, 'di ba? So so ganun siya. And then sa mga students naman na medyo nahihiya naman din na matuto. For me din kasi, ino-open up ko to sa mga students ko na okay lang na magkamali kasi that's how you learn 'di ba? At least natatama. Para eventually, when you are about to communicate with the Japanese locals, you're confident na enough already.
Moichido, sumimasen, moichido, onegaishimasu.
Hi, Tozo.
Paano ba sabihin na, pakiulit nga yung sinabi mo, parang puro ganun ang mangyayari.
Okay.
Diba, pag nagsasalita na yung Hapon, minsan kasi pabulong sila magsalita, tahimik, o kaya minsan,
Okay.
diba, mabilis.
Okay. Pwedeng like, sumimasen, moichido onegaishimasu. Kikoimasen deshita kara. Ganon. Parang I didn't hear it parang ganon.
Okay. So, pakiulit naman. Ganyan.
Okay. Sumimasen, moichido onegaishimasu. Yan. They would actually know it na ganon. Moichido kasi paulit.
Oo, paulit.
Paulit
naman.
Minsan na.
Okay. I'm okay with that. So, do our viewers have any questions? We'll open the floor na for the open questions. So, viewers, if you have questions for Miss Jean Sensei, you can post them now. Siguro partner, ikaw muna mag-open question. Ano bang gusto mo malaman pa?
Anong gusto kong malaman about Japanese language?
Yes.
Actually, more on difficulty level. Kasi it's always the difficulty level that's the question. Kasi like, I wanted to learn Chinese before. Kasi yung mga kasama ko sa trabaho, mga Chinese. So, but then I realized, kahit silang mga Chinese, nahihirapan mag-Chinese. Alam mo yung parang, oo, kasi parang, di ba, like Japanese, meron silang way of writing which is different from the way of how they pronounce words and how to talk in the language, diba? So parang sinasabi nila na parang sila since birth nagta-Chinese na sila pero they're not even fluent. So sabi ko sarili ko, wag na lang. So ayun, so what I did was I learned Spanish instead kasi Spanish is first, totoo yung sinasabi ni Miss Jean na parang you have to have the motivation, you have to have your reason. Kasi I wanted to go to Spain. So I tried learning Spanish, which is easy for me dahil nga in the first place, medyo close yung language natin sa Spanish language.
Yes.
Pero mahirap pa rin yung grammar, mahirap pa rin yung kasi everything in Spanish has gender. So medyo mahirap pa rin in a way. Pero kasi nga dahil motivated ka and you have your why, so madali for me, ganon. Pero yun, pag wala kang dahilan, wala. So yun. So yung first question ko, yung difficulty level. Ayun. Sabi naman ni Miss Jean, yun nga, depende kung saan mo gagamitin.
Totoo yan. Kasi kung hindi mo naman din, paano ba? Kung hindi mo naman din siya, like, gagamitin in the long run. I mean, depende kasi sa tao yun. Kung gusto mo talaga, like for example, you have your goal, you have your vision, na dapat pupunta ako dito, ganyan-ganyan. I have to learn the language. Sige, paano yung language na yun? How should I do it? Where do I start? Ganun siya.
Right.
Miss Jean, different ba ang Nihongo from different places in Japan? Kasi 'di ba, may mga malaki ang Japan, 'di ba? So in one part ba different, in another part ba different din?
Actually, Miss Faith, yes. So, may mga dialects din kasi sila sa Japan. Ang pinaka-common lang, what I know, is yung sa may Kansai area. Or what they call Kansai Ben. Meron silang, though very similar naman at some point sa Tokyo, or talaga sa Japan mismo, as Nihongo, may mga certain expressions lang sila na very unique. They put ya sa dulo. Korewa instead of korewa nandesu ka or korewa nani, parang ganun. Sasabihin nila like, korewa nanya? Ganun. Something ganun. So, meron parang ya sa dulo. Though alam kong ganun siya, pero yun nga, correct me if I'm wrong na lang sa mga manonood from Kansai. Pero ganun, ang napansin ko.
Siguro na merong yung mga ganyan, di ba?
Yes, may mga dialects talaga.
Okay, let's check if let's check. Ayun, may question pala kay Miss Jean. For Miss Jean ba to? How do you know that from Karen? How do you know when you can take the test? Like the N something and here should we and where something and here should we start? Sorry. Where should we start? Okay.
How do you know when you can take the test? Depende na din kasi yan na if you have already the courage na okay. What I can suggest kasi din, for example, na nakapag enroll ka and then nag-tutor ka and natapos, actually I have a basis kasi like a book. It's called Mina no Nihongo. So there's book 1 and book 2. Book 1 kasi is for the N5 level, that is a very beginner. And then, not only that, ihahasa kasi dun yung listening mo, vocabulary mo. Meron din kasi you can also search it up in the internet. They have like a sample test for JLPT.
So
Even
if you
with
can pass that,
listening,
you can probably
Why
take
not?
the test. Diba?
Yes, pero I would definitely suggest na, for example, if you have some basics, pero wala ka pa like a certificate for JLPT N5, might as well take the very basic first. Ako may at fault ako ha. May at fault din ako kasi nag-jump kasi kagad ako sa N4 tapos hindi ko siya nakuha. Kasi yung
Okay.
pala, I should have just parang pick muna yung pinaka-basic. Masyado ako naging atat. So yun yung parang medyo downline ko nun. Kasi bakit? Very frustrating kasi when I got the exam, 1 point na lang eh. Nasa bearing na ako eh. Pero napasa ko yung N5. Ganun yun.
Oh, diba?
So sa N4 na lang. And then ngayon, since supposedly I should take kasi the July examination, pero wala. Hopefully by December. Kung kaabot ng N3, why not?
Postpone pa, no? Oo, sana.
Yes, Miss Karen kasi, basta ang level kasi of Japanese language kasi is the N5. That is the very basic one. And one of the things that I could suggest is, yun nga, kung meron kang Mina no Nihongo na book, or I know Japan Foundation Manila also offers free online na mga ebooks. It's called Minato.
Minato.
From there, pwede ka,
Yeah.
for free yun ha, everything is for free. Pwede ka din like mag-enroll doon, 'di ba? Check their modules. Yes. Pwede siya. Actually, lahat pwede mo na ma-access online for you to learn. Pero it's also different when someone is guiding you. Yun siya.
Definitely. Yeah, kahit sa sports, di ba ganun? Better
Pero
kung may
meron pa
coach.
tayong last question.
Oh, okay. We have a last
Meron pa
question
tayong isa pang question. Yes.
from Miss Dice Butomo. Which is the correct way to use "and" in saying konnichiwa, Rene-san, and to, Faith-san? Should it be to or soshite? This is also Dice Butomo. Haha, using my other account. May tinataguan.
Okay. Kasi, tawag dito, which one is correct? And, okay. Actually, kasi, yung and is to.
Yeah, to.
Diba?
yun, diba?
Soshite kasi, parang, and then.
Yeah. Soshite.
And then, ganun siya. Kasi, iba din kasi. For example, if you want to introduce yourself, okay, konnichiwa, okay, Rene-san, to, Faith-san desu. Yun. So, good afternoon. Yeah. I'm Rene and Faith. Ganun siya. Rene-san, to, Faith-san desu.
Soshite is and then
Using my other account. Konnichiwa, minasan. Yes, pwede naman din ganun. Pero take note lang din, when introducing yourself, like for example, konnichiwa, watashi wa, diba? Or for example, I am Jean, diba? You should not address yourself with san pag sarili mo i-introduce mo. Kasi,
No.
for example, diba, konnichiwa, watashi wa Jean desu. So, I am Jean. That is correct. Pero of course, if I'm about to address someone, okay, kochira wa Faith-san desu. Then I can use Faith-san. Kasi that is my respect addressing her.
Yeah.
Kumbaga. Kasi kung sa sarili mo lang naman din, you know yourself, di ba? No need to put san sa sarili mo.
Yes.
When you're introducing yourself. Yun yung parang common mistake.
I see. Very,
Yun.
gusto nilang matuto ng Japanese, ng Nihongo. Mga ka-voice mates, enroll na.
Oo. Konnichiwa.
Miss Jean, before we let you go, how do they get in touch with you?
Yes, just search my Facebook page and then message me and then syempre ko kayo. I-reply ko naman din kayo for that. If you're interested more, I have 10 hours and 30 hours. So, actually kasi for me, my rate is very, very, student-friendly, kumbaga. Unlike sa mga iba na medyo mahal. Like, umaabot like an almost 1,000 or sabihin natin like 700 or 800 per hour. So, mine is very, very low. Kasi this is also a good practice din for me. Not only that, I teach basic Nihongo, pero syempre, nag-aaral pa din ako for the advance. O, ganun siya. So, I set my schedule. Para at least, diba, meron din akong makuha na any strategy. As in talaga yung sensei ko is Japanese talaga. Hotsu-san, if you're watching, hello.
Okay.
Ayun. So yun, partner, before we let her go, si Miss Jean na ang pagbabasahin natin ng ating second Entrepedia.
Our next Entrepedia.
Ano bang Entrepedia natin? So first, the first one was
Seiri. And the second
para
one,
may recap tayo, may recap. First one is Seiri, and the second one is Miss Jean, please do the honor.
Yes. Entrepedia number 2, set in order or Seiton. Seiton. Yay!
Seiton.
Seiton. Seiton.
Miss Jean, ano ba yung Seiton? Ano bang ibig sabihin nun?
Seiton. Minsan kasi parang, Seiton. Minsan may iba din siya mga meaning.
So, okay.
Hello?
Yan.
Translated. Yes.
Na-disconnect
ganun siya. Seiton or kaya
Seiton
yes.
is also
We're all good na.
is also in English set in order. So 'di ba kanina in Seiri ang ginawa natin, tinanggal natin lahat ng hindi natin kailangan. Sabi nga sino nga 'yun, partner, yung sinasabi mo kanina na na
Marie
Japanese
Kondo.
na taga-organize. Marie
Kondo.
Ayan,
Kondo.
nawala. 'Di ba whatever sparks joy lang yung ikikeep mo, 'di ba? Kung hindi, you have to throw them away. So now, after you've thrown your non-joy things, itapon na natin sila, hindi natin sila kailangan. So ngayon, yung mga na-keep natin, isa-sort out natin sila. Parang ilalagay mo sila sa tamang lugar. Yung based on your workflow. So parang it will enhance the efficiency of your workflow. So ilalagay mo sila kung saan sila malapit, sa kung saan sila gagamitin. So ganon. Yun ang Seiton. So we had Seiri, now we have Seiton. Later on in the show, we will give the number 3, number 4, and number 5.
So, okay.
Yes.
So, Jean, thank you very much for...
Thank you so much, Jean Sensei.
Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Okay, so partner, Miss Jean, thank you so much. Ay, yung price ni Miss Jean, di ba? Hindi niya na-mention. Oo, pero okay lang. Na-mention din naman natin kanina. So yun, yung mananalo later sa ating Entreprise, mananalo ng 1-hour session with Miss Jean Sensei.
Hindi pala natin alam kung nakuha na ni Miss Jean yung prize niya.
Oo nga, masyado tayong nag-enjoy sa ating
Matawagan natin siya ulit.
Sige, kung nandyan pa siya.
Miss Jean, nandyan pa ba kayo?
Hi. Yes.
Miss Jean, may tanong pala kami. Nakuha niyo na ba yung prize from last week's winning?
Skimashita.
Partner,
Arigatou gozaimasu. Hi.
Wow,
talaga. Thank you so much. Thank you.
From
You're
Japan.
welcome.
Thank you for joining us last week. At ngayon, talagang live na live mo siyang nakuha. Ang galing.
Kasi totoo naman talaga ang prize.
Who
Hindi siya
would have
planned,
thought na
actually.
last week's winner is also this week's guest? Diba?
Yes.
Oo, yes.
Oo. At hindi natin to hindi to scripted, no?
No, talaga. Not at all. Talaga. Nagtaka yung kapatid ko, ano yun eh.
Congratulations, Miss Jean Surprise. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Jean, ikaw na mag-invite. Ay, no, wala na naman siya.
Ay, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Miss Jean, invite mo yung mga viewers natin to wait on the next Entrepedia tips para manalo ng 1-hour lesson with you.
Minasan, please watch the whole show. Definitely they're giving out prizes. And then as for me, I'm giving out for the lucky winners to have like a free 1 hour Nihongo session with me. Okay?
Yun.
So, see you!
See you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Miss
See you!
Jean.
Arigatou
Bye-bye.
gozaimasu!
Yan.
Okay.
So, coming up next, we have,
Coming up next,
what do we have, partner?
we have food. Yun talaga, food. We have a guest who is actually in the Japanese food business, and she's been running her business for 10 years now. So this is really something to look forward to, and she will be giving out prizes for us as well. So yung mga nag-crave dyan sa Japanese food, just wait a minute. Chill muna kayo. We will be going for a break, for a very very short break. Siguro mga 3 minutes lang ganyan, para ano lang, maka-chill lang ng konti kayo mga ating mga ka-entreps. Okay? So, we will be right back in 3 minutes.
See you. See you.
See you!
Hello, hello.
Hi, partner! Welcome back!
You're back. Okay.
Welcome back, mga ka-entreps!
ano lang tayo, medyo may technical difficulties lang tayo with our broadcasting platform ngayon. Kaya yung mga nagtataka na, bakit walang commercial? Nasaan na yung commercial? Baka na-misplace. Actually, na-misplace talaga.
Namiss ko.
So for this week,
Oo.
we're going bare minimum. Okay? So, ayun. So,
Mm.
ano bang next natin, partner?
Before we introduce our next, oh yeah, may sound effects nga pala tayo today. So yun,
Yeah.
before we proceed with introducing our next guest, we are going to give out our third and fourth Entrepredia tip. So ano bang number 3, partner?
Our third Entrepedia tip, no, is actually in English. It's called shine. Shine means cleanliness, di ba? Synonymous with cleanliness. If something is shining, maisip mong malinis to. So what is our definition for this? No. So when you say shine, it's you're cleaning your tools and your resources. No. So shine can also mean, or say so in Japanese, it can also mean to clean or sweep your workplace. O kung saan ka nagtatrabaho, you have to keep it clear, you have to keep it clean para pag kunyari, lalo na if you're in the food business, keeping your kitchen clean, diba? That will prevent contamination. Or kunyari, you're working in a production area naman, may ginagawa kang mga machinery. Kung hindi malinis yung lugar mo, posibleng ma-damage yung mga final products nyo, no? So it's also a way of keeping your workplace safe and easy to work in. Kasi syempre, if the place is maayos, kumbaga sa Tagalog, maayos siya, malinis, then mas madali talagang magtrabaho, no? Meron pa
I
ba
see.
tayong
So kanina ang ginawa natin is seri, which is to throw away what we don't need. Then the next one was ano nga yung Satan. Satan is to put them in their proper place. Tama.
Right.
So number 3 is say so, which is to clean
Say so.
whatever is whatever you need for your work process. Tama.
Mm-mm.
So medyo nagkakaroon na tayo ng sistema, no? So number 4 will be to
Uy, may number
standardize.
4 pala. Yeah,
Ay, oo,
okay.
number 4. Masasanay din tayo sa sound effects natin, partner.
Number 4 is to
Number
standardize.
4 is standardize. Or in Japanese, seiketsu. Tama ba yun?
Seiketsu.
Seiketsu. Yun.
Hi.
To standardize is self-explanatory. Standardize. So, meron na tayong naayos na natin di ba? Na natanggalin natin yung hindi natin kailangan, tapos nakaayos na sila, nililinis na natin. So, it's just about making it a routine. Tama ba? To standardize everything. So, now you have a workflow. Meron ka ng susundin na workflow. Kung nawala siya dyan, tinanggal mo siya dyan, you put it somewhere. Standardize to put it back every time you use it outside its,
Right.
its containing area, ganyan. So you have a standard which will make your work more efficient. Yon. So meron na tayong
also,
4 na binigay.
Oo. Mas madali rin kasi pag standardized ka na nga, alam mo nasa na lahat ng gamit. Pag tumingin ka doon, wala siya doon, alam mo na kaagad na may mali. Diba?
Oo. And sometimes even without looking, alam mong nandyan siya, 'di ba? Tapos minsan you can be doing something else and you just reach out to something, alam mong nandun siya, which is very efficient, 'di ba? Hindi ka na nag-iisip. At hindi ka nag-aaksaya ng panahon maghanap. 'Yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat.
May gumagalaw ng gamit mo.
Oo. So yun, we gave out four tips so far. We are left with 1. But before we give out our last tip, we are welcoming our second guest. At very delicious ang dala nila sa atin today, partner.
Wow, I can just imagine.
I can imagine how you would want to have this food today.
Yes, okay. Especially raw. Yan ang ano ko.
I see. So, i-welcome na natin sila.
Okay. Our next guest for today is Tita Mary from Mary's Sushi Bar. Hindi yon ang sound effects niya dapat. Oh, sorry. Hi, Tita
Hello,
Mary.
hello. Hi.
Good afternoon po.
Yan, nandiyan na sila. So actually partner, si Tita Mary, no, siya talaga yung person behind Mary Sushi Bar sa Quezon City. And it's very famous. It's very famous kasi, 10 years na sila in the business. And alam mo bang dinarayo talaga ang kanilang sushi. Minsan pag pupunta ka doon, talagang kailangan mong pumila. Well, that's before COVID and before the pandemic. So now we are going to ask them paano sila nag-adapt? Paano nag-change yung business nila to this new normal situation? Paano ba ang process from changing from pilahan to ngayon online ordering, 'di ba? So let's welcome Tita Mary, and I think that's her chef. Tita Mary, can you hear us?
Tita Mary, can you hear us?
Tita Mary.
Yan, okay. Ay, medyo mahina, partner.
Oh, Tita Mary, medyo mahina po yung audio. I think you will have to move
close
closer.
up. Okay.
Grabe, meron talagang pa-sample si Tita Mary. O, nakikita mo ba? Grabe.
Ayan, okay.
Isang platter. Anong laman ng platter na yan? Tingnan nga muna natin habang meron pa tayong problema sa audio. What is that?
It's a sushi roll platter.
Okay. And that's a smaller version of the bigger platter, is it?
Oo. Ako.
O, ayan yung mga gusto mo, yung mga raw. I think they have crab. They have crab meat there. And they have prawns.
Tuna. There's tuna. There's what appears to be salmon.
Oo, very fresh.
Yan.
Oo, grabe. Hindi pa nagsasalita si Tita Mary niyan, ha? Talagang nalalaway na tayo. Sobrang patikim to, Tita Mary. Ayan. Tita Mary, can you hear us now? Hindi niya tayo naririnig. Tita Mary, hindi niya tayo naririnig.
Alam ko pwede rin dito.
Ayan. Yan. Yan, naririnig na po.
Siguro the camera can move in closer, no?
Ayan, naririnig na. Medyo mahina lang po. Pero rinig naman.
Headset.
Headset daw. So for the meantime, tignan na lang muna natin yung platter.
Mhm.
Yan. Tita Mary, can you hear us now? Hi, Tita. Medyo garbled yung audio.
Parang sabi niya, wala akong marinig.
Sige. Gusto mo, partner, paano bang gagawin natin?
Sige po. Okay na?
Ayan, yan.
Siguro po we
Sige,
can move
naririnig.
the camera closer to you.
Siguro kung mas malapit ng konti para marinig namin kayo. Pero kanina okay naman siya, no?
Kanina na nag-test tayo.
Mhm.
Hi, Tita. Can you hear us?
Yes.
So,
Yes, now you can hear us.
Pero bakit wala akong naririnig?
Very live talaga tayo, partner, no? Very
Oo.
live. Hindi
with
tayo
all
kaya
the
may mga technical
fun.
problems. We just cannot get away from technical problems when you're airing live. Okay, let's try again. Tita.
Try again?
Yan.
Wala na.
Hindi mo marinig.
Ayan,
Yan.
we can hear you, tita.
Okay na?
Sige. Pabayaan mo natin sila partner na na ayusin yung technical issues, no? Hello? Siguro po, tita, if you can hear me. Tita, if you can hear me, maybe you can move the camera closer to you po.
Try nyo po mas malapit na muna yung camera.
Kasi medyo malayo yung camera sa inyo. Move to
Or baka natatakpan yung mic ng camera.
Mhm.
Ayan.
Yan. Selfie na muna. Hi, tita. Can you hear us?
Naku, nawala po. Tita, yung mic nyo po nawala. Hindi na namin kayo marinig ngayon.
Pero ang fresh ni tita, no? Parang walang difficulties na pinagdadaanan ngayon. So, sa ating technical, very fresh. Nakapag-retouch ka ba, partner, during the break?
Medyo. Nagpulbo
Okay,
ako.
ayan.
Ayan!
I can hear you now.
Yay!
I can,
Finally, we're glad na makasali ka, makasama ka. Kamusta po kayo? Kamusta kayo
pwede
dyan?
na. Ay, okay po. Kahit COVID po, sir. Okay naman po tayo.
Nakita
Although,
namin yung
mahirap.
yung display yung food. Mukhang natakam kami
It's
bigla.
here. I still have it here, sir. Paano
Sige
natin
po,
papadala
mamaya
sa
i-ano
inyo?
natin. Ay, nako, madali lang yan, tita. May Grab naman at saka
Sige po.
So, tita, kamusta naman po kayo dyan? Kamusta po sa pwesto nyo ngayon?
Yeah, assist pa rin yung pwesto namin, pero the difference is, kunti na lang po yung lumalabas na bumibili sa amin. Sila natatakot din naman po silang pumasok ng palengke.
Tama.
So ang ginagawa namin by online, sa page namin, doon po sila mag-o-order, and then gagawin namin. Tapos it's either ipapag-grab nila or i-pick up doon sa labas ng market. Ilalabas namin pagka nandyan na sila sa labas. Ganun po.
Okay.
So no need to enter the market. Kami na lang po yung maglabas ng sushi nila sa labas. I-pick up lang nila doon. Ganun po. Tapos,
For lang, for pick up siya.
Oo. I-pick up sa labas. So, kasi
sa
pag
market
umaga
pala
po
ang
sa
pwesto
palengke-
nila, tita.
Yes, it's Suki Market. Actually, we are inside Suki Market.
Suki.
Yeah,
Parang
Suki
yun,
Market.
Japanese ba yun? Suki, parang ski, parang like, ibig sabihin nun? Or
Parang Suki,
Suki,
as in
ibig
Suki
sabihin
na is Yuki
laging
ay.
bumibili.
Opo. That's the,
Japanese din. So Tita,
Dito
can you
kami
tell us
sa-
more about tell us more about your your business. Kamusta po, paano nagsimula? Ano po yung
actually, ang paninda ko talaga dito is Baguio vegetable since tiga Baguio po ako. And then may katabi akong stall na kainan dati. So sabi ko, kasi may vegetables ako, tapos iparis ko yung parang restaurant, parang okay siya. And then, while we are doing the cooking, tapos minsan, yung asawa nung isang cook ko, marunong siyang gumawa ng sushi. And then, nag-display kami ng konti-konti lang. Tapos we found out na parang mas yun po yung gusto ng tao.
Mas mabenta pala.
Yes, mabenta pala. So, na-outgrow niya yung restaurant. So, ginawa ko na lang sushihan yung ko, son ko. Kasi, mahirap pagsabayin yung ulam and then sushi at the same time. So,
Kasi sushi, ano na yan, kanin at
yes.
saka ulam na yan.
Yeah. And then, napansin namin every December, yung pag may occasion po,
Oo.
maraming taong bumibili po. So, wala talaga.
Party platter.
Mahirap kasi siyang gawin ang daming preparation. So, pag sushi talaga, sushi na lang po. Para, para ma-focus.
So, kaya,
focus po.
kaya siya naging from a resto, naging sushi bar siya.
Yes.
Ang galing.
Pero mo yan, ang saya na, no? Hindi mo,
Tita,
hindi mo
kasi yung
inakala.
show po natin, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, go ahead, partner.
Yun, sorry.
Yeah.
Yung tita kasi, our show EntrepRadio Online is all about inspiring the entrepreneurs, the Filipino entrepreneurs to start their own business, yung mga aspiring to start their own business. Maybe you can share with us kung ano po yung naging journey nyo po into becoming the successful sushi bar that you have now. Ano pong naging process, ma'am? I mean, nag-start kayo, naintindihan po namin na dahil sobrang lakas ng sushi ninyo, no? Naging sushi bar na talaga siya. Pero was there any challenge? Was there any struggle that you had to go through?
Yeah, especially now. Kasi ang ingredients namin is all Japanese. So, alam niyo po yung parang nahirapan kami kasi wala na kaming continuous supply sa supplier namin. So, we have to buy sa mga ibang tindahan na minsan wala na sa price. So yung price namin supposedly siguro nag-rise yung ingredients namin ng times 2, times 3, ganun po. At the same time yung bilao namin. Kaya nahirapan din kami at this time. Pero I don't know how nakaka-cope pa rin naman. So, our prices talaga, hindi siya, more on, na lang po kami. Service talaga na parang tutulong na lang po. Kasi
pero kamusta po yung
komentarin namin yung wala sa price eh. Mahal na po talaga yung ingredients ngayon. Yes,
pero
sir.
yung sales niyo po, nung bago siya nag-COVID, before tayo nag-quarantine, saan po mas malaki yung diyan mismo sa store o yung online?
Shopping,
Malaki ba yan?
Parang pareho lang naman, sir. Parang pareho naman siya. Although, syempre, mas maganda pa rin yung normal tayo na walang problema po. Kasi, it's parang ako, sa bahay na lang po ako kasi kailangan nakatutok po ako sa cellphone eh. Kung hindi, ang dami po yung tumatawag. Oo, minsan nga po yung mga lalamove, dala-dalawa na sa labas. Ang hirap po.
Pero alam mo, partner, merong very... Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Partner, meron si Tita Mary na sobrang gandang idea. And I think it's an example of what the entrepreneur should do right now. Kasi napagkwentuhan namin ni Tita Mary na meron siyang value add na ginagawa ngayon in this pandemic season na pag umorder ka sa kanya ng sushi, kung meron kang ipapabili, kasi sa market sila sa loob sila ng market. So, they offer their free service talaga to their customers. Kunwari, papabili ako ng sushi. Sabi ko, Tita Mary, isang platter, ganyan. Tapos, tatanungin niya, gusto mo kong bumili ng gulay? O, bibili. So, sila na rin. Di ba? Parang value add. Sobrang laking tulong yun sa mga customers nila.
Yes.
May pasabay.
Minsan, mag-order sila sa amin ng gulay or sushi and then, pwede namin kunin din yung order nila ng meat, ng fish, ng fruits, ganun po. Para hindi po sila labas ng labas, yung mga tao po. Ipipick nila in one, ganun. So, hindi rin sila mahirapan. Yun lang po yung extra service na pwede namin ibigay sa kanila. Kasi at least kami nasa loob, malapit sa amin dito yung mga ah, ibang stalls na nagbebenta ng ibang items, ayun, pwede namin isabay na lang.
At saka natutulungan nyo rin yung mga ibang nagtitinda na walang access sa online.
Yes,
Ibang
yes, we do that.
diba? Pero
Yes
yung
po,
galing.
yes po.
Gusto ko yun.
Tapos
Ang
yung
galing.
bayad nila, minsan, kunyari, lalamove, kasi pag 2,000 and above, si lalamove, hindi niya babayaran yon 2,000 and below lang. So, ang ginagawa, direct sa bank din. Bayaran na lang nila sa bank, para deliver na lang si lalamove sa kanila po. Ganun po.
So, mas convenient nga yun, lalo na kung kailangan mo 10 kilo ng karne, yung mga gano'n. Lalampas talaga yun
Yes.
ng 2,000.
Yeah.
Ito
Tulong-tulong
pala,
system ba?
Oo, bayanihan system siya talaga.
Bayanihan
Maganda
system.
na.
Yes po.
Magandang sistema yan, tita. Ha? Na-impress naman po ako. Nagagamit nyo rin yung tawag dyan, proximity, yung lapit nyo sa mga ibang tindahan na wala naman silang ganyang kakayahan. As in, both ways, natutulungan mo yung buyer, natutulungan mo yung seller. Galing. Maganda yan. Tita, kamusta naman po yung sushi nyo? Meaning, ang balita ko kasi pinipilahan talaga siya na talaga party.
Yeah, that last Father's Day, ganun. Pag may occasion po talaga, na pati, meron din kasi kaming mga resellers from Laguna. Laguna ba yun? Laguna, Cavite, ganun. Ang ginagawa po, kunyari, sa Father's Day, ipunin nila yung mga orders nila, and then, sasabihin sa akin na ipipick up namin ng mga 6 a.m. So, we have to prepare it early morning, ganun po.
Oo nga.
Para ma-pick up nila and then i-distribute din nila sa Cavite po. Same day po. Kasi kailangan talaga fresh pong gawa eh. So, we have to make sure na bagong gawa for the day. Kasi good for 15 hours siya lang. 15 hours outside ref.
Shelf life niya. Oh,
yeah. So, kailangan within 15 hours po. Makain po siya.
Ano po yung mabenta niyo na sushi? Parang meron yata kayong platter na baka pwede makita.
Meron po kaming good for yung mga individuals lang. Ganyan. Ano kaya? Ito, ang styro bean namin mix.
Ako lang yan, tita.
Pwede rin, ito. Tapos meron din kami yung mga ayaw ng crab stick. Pure maki. Ganyan lang. Just pure maki.
Tapos,
meron din kaming parang vegetarian style or parang more on, vegetables. Futomaki, we call it futomaki. Yes.
Tapos Baguio vegetables ang gamit niyo, tita?
Yes. We use Baguio vegetables kasi yun po talaga yung business ko na una dito sa Suki Market. Mary's Baguio Vegetables po. And then, ganun po talaga habang umaano ka, parang you try to explore other Para kung mahina man yung isa, at least mabili yung isa, hindi ko naman baby.
May sasalot.
Tita, ang question ko po, tita, how many sushi do you make in a day?
Wow, occasionally, pag may occasion, talagang
More.
Pag may occasion, hindi mo talaga siya maano kasi lalo actually ang pinaka namin talaga is December 24 and December 31 po. Yung 2 days na yon, hindi namin kaya ang orders ng tao. Hindi talaga namin kaya. Kahit 7 pa kami ditong nagsusushi. We are 7 here in Suki Market. 7 stalls selling sushi. Hindi pa rin namin kaya siyang i-absorb yung mga orders ng tao on that 2 days po. Talagang
very high demand.
Yeah, I don't know why.
healthy ang,
Pero on a
healthy,
regular
Hindi
day
ko
po,
alam kung bakit.
healthy kasi ang dating ng sushi. Kaya talagang gusto mo ng tao na healthy living na. Kaya ganun.
Yeah. Gusto nila. At saka ano siya kasi pwedeng yun lang.
Pero dito on a regular day, ano po ang sushi ginagawa niyo?
On a
Mga ilang
regular
platter
day,
or-
siguro, minsan mga 10,
20 ba?
15, 15 to 15 up na bilao po.
Nabilao.
Ginagawa namin. Yeah. Pero yung mga
Different
resellers, different sizes. Yung mga resellers namin, usually, ang kinukuha nila yung naka-styro lang po. Kasi madali po nilang ibenta out. Yung ganito po, yung naka-styro, ganyan. We usually sell this sa mga malls or sa mga tindahan po nila. Madali kasing ibenta at saka mura po.
Oo nga. So masarap syempre.
Hopefully. Hopefully,
Tita, nung
sir,
ano?
masarap. Pero I see to it na it's fresh.
Oo, tsaka ano na partner, it's
Yeah,
very
pag-
delectable sa paningin. Oo, parang eye candy talaga siya. So pag meron kang party, parang ang ganda-ganda na meron kang centerpiece na isang platter ng sushi, di ba?
At saka very presentable
Yeah,
kasi
parang
yung presentation niya. Pag nilapag mo dyan, pag tanggal mo nung shrink wrap, talagang kita mo may arrangement pa eh. Talagang
Oo.
centerpiece ang dating niya talaga, lalo na pag mga party.
Oo, kaya hindi nila kaya yung demand. Kasi pag may occasion, ang dami-daming umu-order.
At saka may artistry ang dating kasi, lalo na pag sushi, Japanese food, kailangan presentable, talagang fresh, yan yung mga requirements mo eh. Talagang you don't sacrifice the freshness. Tita, nung 'di ba kamo may store na kayo before, yung restaurant niyo, ginawa niyo na siyang sushi bar. Nung lumipat kayo dito ngayon online, na hirapan ba kayo lalo na ngayong quarantine?
Ay, opo. Ang dami-dami po talagang meron pa yung umu-order, kaso wala naman daw pong mag-pick up, ganun. So, wala naman po kaming delivery. Kasi bawal naman po kasi.
Oo nga. Paano po kayo ngayon nag-advertise, meaning ano lang ba, word of mouth, meaning kwento ng mga
Meron kaming
referral ng mga
Facebook.
dating bumili?
Yeah. Meron kaming Facebook page. Ganun po. And then, buti na lang, yung meron kaming, ano bang tawag? Calling card na lagi naming binibigay sa mga customers namin dati. So, yun po, nakikita nila yung numbers namin. Tinitext po kami. Ganun po. Yeah, more on messages, text messages, or meron din kaming phone, landline. Tapos, aside from that, yung page namin po sa Facebook. Sa Messenger, meron din. Opo.
Talaga,
Speaking of messages, Speaking of messages, ang daming messages para kay Tita Mary sa natin, sa comment section. Sabi niya, so yummy daw. Wait
Ay,
lang.
thank you.
Thank
you po sa mga customers.
May mga nagko-comment na kasi sa natin sa broadcast, sa show. Sabi ni Des Budomo, "Hello Mary-san, food looks amazing." Sabi niya.
Wow, thank you po.
Si Miss Karen, sugoi, oishi. Sugoi means, ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng sugoi?
Jin Sensei.
Ano daw po?
Jin Sensei. Si Miss Eden Dumaging. Wow, it looks amazing.
Wow daw, so yummy.
Tapos
thank you po.
Delicioso. Wow.
Delicioso.
Kasi I see to it na laging, yun po yung sikreto ng ang sushi kasi, pag kinain mo kinabukasan, iba na yung taste. So, as much as possible, bagong gawa talaga, kainin mo na. Yung, hindi siya, para Yung mayonnaise, Japanese mayo, andun pa, parang yung blending nila, masarap po talaga.
Wow. Tapos yung mayo na Japanese mayo, kayo rin po yung gumagawa?
Hindi po, ayun po yung mga ingredients na binibili namin. Japanese mayo, yes. Puro Japanese po talaga siya.
So authentic.
Japanese rice, Japanese mayonnaise, Japanese rice, yung seaweeds, nori, they call it nori. With then yung caviar, abiko, ganun po. Wasabi, they have it. Meron din siyang wasabi, yung medyo maanghang po. Yung iba po gusto yun. Yes.
Pinapapakit, diba?
Kaya, ano po yun?
Alam mo, curious ako, no? Bakit yung mga Filipinos gusto nila bakit saan nanggaling yung natin, liking natin sa sushi?
Japanese.
Alam mo ba, partner? Oo, kasi parang sobrang curious ako doon. Parang first time ko actually narinig na ang sushi ay pinipilahan, kaya nagulat ako. Kaya sabi ko, kailangan natin i-guess si Tita Mary. Kasi pinipilahan yung sushi nila. Oo. Why? I wanna know why. Bakit ba, partner?
It's history. It's history. Alam niyo naman kung galing yung ninuno natin sa tayo ng Japanese dati. Baka ganun po.
Mabagal-bagal kayo, maabutan kayo ng
parang yung taste bud siguro natin, medyo siya parang paano kaya natin may explain nga na bakit ganun. Napaka-fun nila talaga eh. Minsan nagtataka din kami kasi bakit ganun. Ang dami-daming order na wala lang naman, it's just a sushi, pero hindi ko nga alam eh.
Pero naman din tayo local version yan, di ba? Ang tawag nun is kilawin, pero babad naman sa suka. Kumbaga naluto sa suka, di ba? Kilawin. Oo.
Yeah,
ito naman sa Hapon, walang babad-babad. Kumbaga, meron akong may supplier ako sa Japan, ang kwento niya, nag-fishing daw sila sa Japan. Pag nag-fishing sila, paglapag pa lang nung kunyari tuna na huli nila. Paglapag pa lang ng tuna sa bangka, katay ka agad. As in, bubuksan na fresh na fresh, mainit pa. Yun ang sinasabi, mainit pa.
Buhay pa. Buhay pa yung isda.
That's the best sushi daw na sashimi na yun, no? Kung walang kanin so sashimi.
Yes.
Fresh na fresh.
Yeah, I love
Siguro, ewan ko siguro dahil yun nga katulad ng sabi mo kanina, partner, it's a meal on its own kasi you have the meat and you have the rice. Tapos you don't have to use the spoon to put all the food together. Isang bite lang yun na, 'di ba? Oo.
Tapos may veggies ka na, may seaweed ka pa, may nori. 'Di ba?
Or maybe it can also be because
calamansi.
Calamansi.
May sauce po kasi siya eh. May calamansi. We use kikuman. Kikuman din po yung sauce niya. Kikuman. Yeah, Japanese soy sauce. Tapos lagyan din ng wasabi and calamansi. Yun lang po yung parang nag-ano tayo sa Philippines kasi Filipinos kasi may calamansi siya. na hinahalo doon sa sauce.
Abbreviation.
Medyo nagkaroon ng konting yung twist, Filipino twist.
Local flavor.
Pero siguro pwede rin siguro yung sinasabi ni Tita na because there is some kind of Japanese heritage or history, baka din nag-adapt yung taste buds natin to Japanese food. Maybe. 'Di ba? Pero kasi na-amaze talaga ako nung nakita ko yung Facebook page nila, pila-pila talaga yung tao. Ayun.
Sana nga po araw-araw yung ganun. Hindi naman kasi. Occasional lang talaga po.
Occasional.
So, yeah, occasional. During parties, during birthdays, ganun po. Minsan din kasal, ganun po. Kasal.
I see.
Order sila ng 10 na bilao ng lalaki.
Tita, may question po ako for business, yung medyo medyo
Sa
formal
negosyo.
business side, negosyo side na to. Kasi marami po tayong mga aspiring entrepreneurs dyan na nanonood. So dito kayo po kasi
Bago
10 years na kayo in the business, 'di ba?
Yes.
Medyo mahaba na yung pinagdaanan ninyo sa negosyo po. So siguro one thing that our viewers would like to know is paano po yung naging yung financial management? Paano po
Yeah.
paano niyo po na-handle yung finances niyo? Kasi katulad ng sabi niyo, hindi naman palagi malakas yung benta. Minsan hindi naman araw-araw pila. So paano po yung financial management ninyo?
lalo na yung mga baguhang
Um,
negosyante, paano nila
yeah. Nagkataon na na yung mga supplier ko, binibigay lang muna and then saka sisingilin ganun. Actually, napakalaki talaga kasi
terms?
yung mga supplier ko very generous sila. Nagbibigay sila ng bigas, ng mga ingredients ko. Tapos,
Wow.
sa kanila sisingilin unti-unti, gano'n. Kaya parang hindi ko siya feel na
Mhm.
na napakamahal nung ingredients sa akin. God is
So,
good. Ganun po
good
talaga. I'm
relationship,
running my
no?
business through generosity of other people. Ganun po. Kaya, ang tao ko rin naman, marami sila. So, sabi ko, gandahan nyo yung trabaho nyo kasi dyan tayo kumikita. Pag wala tayong kita, wala tayong business. So, the business
Oo.
is for us, sabi ko. Kasi, wala kung makita nyo yung mga tao kung ano talaga sila. From yung hindi nag-aral na pwede mo namang turuang maggawa ng sushi.
Oo, tama.
That's how I do. That's how, parang isang way din na makatulong ka ako sa ibang tao. So, pag generous pala ang ibang tao sa iyo, magiging generous ka rin po sa iba. Ganun lang po yun.
Pasa lang po.
Hawa-hawa po. Yes.
Hawa-hawa.
Yes. Kasi, I don't know how, for ilang taon na tayo? More than 10 years, di ba? Yeah, more than 10 years. Actually, 20 years ko dito sa sushi market nagbibinta. Pero yung sushi ko,
10 years.
parang masaya kasi na gano'n. Yeah. Na pag December, nag-hire ka pa ng mga tao na, extra. Ayan, just to
Natutulong,
meet
no?
ganun po. Hindi ako masyado sa, kaya hanggang ngayon, sana kung hindi ganun yung ugali ko, so siguro nakakuha na rin ako, magdi-deliver na rin sana kami, pero hindi eh. Ang dami kong tao na stay in din sila sa akin. Ganun.
Panahon talaga
So,
ngayon.
we stay in the same house. Yeah. Kaya, ngayon,
That's
nagiging
one
po.
thing, no? That's one thing why we're inspiring our viewers to be entrepreneurs. Kasi pag entrepreneur ka, pag businesswoman or businessman ka, you can help other people na magkaroon din ng trabaho, na?
Totoo po yun. Nakita ko na po yun. Actually, I can only have 5 or 6 or 4 na tao, pero ilan tayo? Marami kami. 14.
14 mo yan.
Na puro stay-in sa akin. Sabi ko, hindi naman malalaki ang sweldo nila, pero at least libre lahat. So, that's one way of helping also, yeah. Masaya naman ako na, ngayon nga, lalo ngayon, sabi ko, mahina tayo ngayon pero, pagbutihan nyo, kasi, ayaw ko naman silang pauwiin, kasi kawawa din naman sila sa lugar nila.
Oo, totoo po.
Ganun po yung ginagawa ko. Kaya ako lang yata ang tindera dito na ganito pa rin ang buhay.
Institusyon na pala si Tita Mary, no? 20 years na siya sa suki market. Tapos 10 years sa sushi bar. Grabe, institusyon. Pero ang fresh pa ni Tita Mary, oh. Diba? Parang hindi naman siya nag-age masyado. Hindi natin alam na 20 years na siyang nasa suki market.
Yeah, 20 years ko na po. Ah, okay lang naman. Maraming ups and downs, pero ganun po ang buhay.
Mm.
Have to share. Yun lang po yung sekreto ko po. Being generous na lang po. Ganun. Kasi mas
talaga.
marami din yung generous din na tao sa akin. Kaya ibabalik ko na lang.
Oo, may nakita
Meron
akong
po
comment partner. Oo.
from Bong Alabado. Hello po, masarap po
Mm.
talaga ang Mary's Sushi. May
Wow,
sushi.
may testimony.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you po.
May supporters talaga ang Mary Sushi Bar.
Oo, itong
Sa tagal
ang
ko
dami na
po.
talaga.
Sa tagal ko po dito. Yan. Ngayon lang nila ako makikita kasi yung iba po, nakakausap ko sa phone. Yung mga ibang resellers namin, nakakausap
Oo.
ko sa phone. Nakakausap ko sila doon sa online namin, pero hindi pa kami nakikita. Sabi nila, Tita Mary, kailan ka namin makikita?
Ayan,
Kasi
nakita
sa
ka na
bahay
nila,
lang
tita.
ako.
Ayan, nakita
At
ka na
dito lang
nila.
yan sa EntrepRadio, di ba?
Yes, first time. First time ba?
Yes, yes. Yung iba, first time nila ako makita.
Ayan.
Ganun po talaga. Alam mo, napakabait ni Lord talaga.
Oo,
Sobra.
sa EntrepRadio partner, nakikita yung mga faces behind the businesses. Diba?
Mm, the beautiful faces.
Mm-mm.
So, Tita Mary, paano kung kunyari may mga viewers tayo na gusto mag-order o kaya gusto maging reseller nyo po, paano po nila gagawin yon?
Ay, pwede po. Just, hanapin lang po nila yung page namin. Meron po akong mga numbers po doon. Pwede nila
Okay.
akong i-message sa text or i-message na lang. Pati cellphone number ko nandun na rin po.
Tapos yung
So,
orders, kung kunyari, gusto ko po mag-order, taga Paranaque po ako. O ma-apply kayo ng Paranaque?
Ay, pwede po. Lala mo, walang problema. Diyan si
Lala mo.
Mr. Speedy. Diyan si Lala mo. Nandyan si ano pa ba yun? Sa Grab. Oh,
Grab.
yun. Yes. Buti na lang ang services nila laging on the go. Kaya kahit pa paano.
CR-wide.
Mababait din naman sila.
Oo. So ngayon hindi na
You can
sila
just-
Actually meron palang magandang naidulot yung yung pandemic kasi ngayon hindi na sila restricted sa suki market. They can go anywhere na. 'Di ba?
Oh.
Mm.
Oo. Yeah. Pwede silang mag-order lang ulit. Ang dami nga nating natutunan dito sa pandemic na to. Ay, grabe.
Ano pang natutunan niyo, tita?
Sa pandemic,
Apo.
yun na, ano kaya yun? Kailangan, kasi aside from me, marami din naman kami dito. So, ang dapat pala maging, tayo, maging matulungin din. Pag, ito pala ang isang ko, kasi syempre, ang dami namin dito. So, pag yung mga sinishare ko rin sa ibang tao yung mga kinukuhanan ko, kung ng mga ingredients ko, para pare-pareho kaming karoon ng ingredients. Kasi ang hirap talaga ang hirap manap ng ingredients ng sushi.
At saka natutulungan niyo rin yung supplier niyo.
Yeah. Yun na, pag mag-order sila, pwede naman through Lalamove, through tapos pwede nilang i-deposit lang sa account ko. Kasi actually meron akong branch sa Pasay. Close po hanggang ngayon kasi ang layo po eh. Ang layo.
Mahirap padalhan ng
Mahirap po magpadala doon. Tsaka isa pa yung tao ko, nakakatakot. Nakakatakot. Ngayon? Parang gusto ko na lang silang ikulong dito. Hirap eh.
Oo, tsaka kasi food yung business ni tita.
Kailangan safety, syempre, yung gumagawa ng food, nagpe-prepare.
Oo. Kaya buti na lang we stay in the same house. Kaya at least nakikita ko sila, nagagabayan ko rin sila. Wala mo nang lumalabas. Only suki and bahay, suki and bahay. Ganun po.
I see.
Kaya po, tita,
Uy!
may sound na yun po yung sound ng mga tips natin for today. Kasama po yan sa tinatawag naming EntrepRadio. EntrepRadio. No? So, meron kaming segment dito, tita, baka hindi nyo naabutan kanina, na nagbibigay din kami ng tips sa mga ibang negosyante, ibang mga businesses na bago, no? Paano nila kumbaga ma-maintain yung ayos at paggawa sa negosyo nila.
Yeah.
So,
isang tip talaga is dahil sa 'di ba mahirap ang ingredients ngayon, dapat isituit nila na talagang Japanese. Huwag nilang haluan ng iba. Kunyari, yun po yung sikreto ko na hindi pwedeng dahil malang mayonnaise, pwede na yung mayonnaise na Pilipino, hindi po kasi mag-iiba po yung lasa. So yun po yung sikreto ko. It's yun. Pag Japanese talaga, Japanese din yung gagamitin. Wag silang gumamit ng Pag walang Japanese rice, hanap sila. Kasi kung iba yung rice na gagamitin.
Sticky rice.
Kung iba yung kung iba po yung gagamitin nila, mag-iiba po yung lasa. Kawawa naman yung bibili. Tsaka
lalo na kung Japanese food, importante ang quality. Quality talaga.
Yeah, quality. Yun lang po naman. Kasi marami like sa crab stick, marami kasing mura, pero iba po yung lasa. Iba po yung lasa. Parang tapos yung kikuman talaga para wag yung soy sauce na iba.
Toyo. Oo. Tama.
Para pare-pareho tayo ng pare-pareho tayo ng lasa.
Partner, may request ako kay Tita Mary.
Ay, anong request mo?
Tita Mary, before po namin kayong before we let you go, Tita, can you show us po ulit yung malaking platter, ha? I want to see the big platter. And I'm sure our viewers would like to see that big platter.
Ito po.
Ayan.
Ito po yung medium namin. Actually, medium lang to.
May close-up po ba niyan?
Maybe a little closer.
Ito po yung
Ayan.
medium namin. 75 pieces siya. We call it mixed sushi. Yan po.
Naka-letter M ba yung yung crab meat?
Naka-letter M, no?
No, naka-letter. Talagang may branding.
Oo. Letter M siya. So alam nyo na galing kila Tita Mary.
Mary Sushi Bar. Wow, ang ganda.
So
Parang ito po we call this California Maki.
California Maki, tama.
The orange one, this one, parang rice na. This one is Chani Maki, yung black.
Yan yung crab sticks.
Tapos ito po yung Tani Sushi, sweet crab stick. And then, andito po yung calamansi. At saka ito po inside is wasabi.
Wasabi.
Kasama sa presentation ng calamansi.
Yeah. Meron din calamansi para hindi separate. Para ang isabay lang is chopstick. Ganun po.
Oo.
At saka kikuman.
Order, parang hindi ka na makapag-hintay na umorder, ha?
Oo nga.
Yes. Ito naman po yung small. Special small namin. We call it Kotomaki. Meron din siyang mix na California Maki. Tofu Tomaki. Sweet vegetable. Yan. Yun lang. Ito po
Thank you,
Pati baka pwede makita close up.
Up down.
Close up pa.
Oh, yan, no?
Very,
Oh,
very
diba? Ang ganda.
nice. Oo. Grabe ang presentation.
Kitang-kita.
Oo.
So,
Imagine, no?
kapag yan ang ginawa mo,
Imagine if you have a party.
taste, diba? Ay, sorry. May lag ako. Ako yung may lag, sorry. So,
Ikaw ang may lag ngayon.
oo. Oh,
So,
yan.
imagine, oo.
Mix style Romy. Yeah. Meron
Mix.
din siyang
Okay.
kanin sushi and California maki.
Okay.
Yan, pwede pang baon.
And this one,
That is your
for
sushi
those
on the
who
go.
just want the California maki, ito lang po. California maki, pure 10 pieces lang.
See.
Pwedeng
Very,
pambaon.
very nice.
Ang sarap.
Ayan. So tita, I'm sure yung mga viewers natin would like to order katulad ni partner. I'm sure dying na si partner umorder. How to get in touch with you po again?
Meron po kaming page. Sa Facebook page, Mary Sushi Bar. And yeah, andun po yung details. How to order, ganun po. Pati yung prices. Yun po. Pati yung landline namin. Nandun po.
Okay.
Sige, yan mga ka-entreps.
Eto na.
Mary Sushi Bar. Kung gusto nyong hanapin. Nasa
Kung
Facebook
katulad nyo
sila.
ako na medyo natakam na at pwede na kayo mag-order. Silip na kagad kayo ngayon sa Facebook. Ako gagawin ko yan mamaya pagtapos ng show.
Sobrang obvious nga partner. Sobrang feeling ko order ka na ngayon na.
Nakita mo bang gumaganon ako sa camera kasi hindi ko makita. Kaya paki-close up ng konti kasi.
Daming.
Ay, hindi natin napansin yung stinger natin partner. Sobrang ano tayo dun sa
Na misplace.
Oo.
O yan, may stinger ulit. Okay.
Oo. So yun, stinger natin will be the fifth of the 5S. Tama?
Mhm. Sige,
Oo.
partner.
Sige. Ang fifth natin is self-discipline. Dalawa actually. In Japanese, it's called shitsuke. Shitsuke. Pero in English, you can call it sustain or self-discipline. So yon, sustain or self-discipline. So ngayon, dahil ang last at number 4 natin standardize eh. 'Di ba? So I think applicable to kanila tita. Kasi yung business nila kailangan talaga ng standard at saka ng discipline. Lalo na ngayon, kailangan malinis lahat ng nagawa ng sushi, 'di ba? Kailangan ma-maintain nila yung mga protocols. So, after natin magkaroon ng standardization, meron tayong kailangang i-practice na self-discipline sa ating process. How do we implement that, partner?
Unang-una, syempre, kung kunyari katulad niyan, kung in Tita Mary's case, no, so marami rin siya mga tao, lalo na kung kunyari nangailangan siya ng bagong helpers. Unang-una, para makatulong sila sa negosyo, kailangan marunong sila na gumawa. So, paano mo gagawin yun? May training ka kailangan. So, yung training na yan, better kung usually kasi ang nangyayari, sige, siya yung magaling, kausapin mo na lang siya. Paano kung nawala siya? Kunyari, nagpakasyon o kaya umalis or may lakad, sino magte-training dun sa mga bagong tao? Pero kung kunyari gagawa tayo ng standardized, kunyari kung libro, video, o itong unang proseso, paano gumawa ng ganito, o panoorin nyo na lang, di kumuha ka ng 5 tao, papanoorin nila yon, parang ganon, may session na siya, may training session siya, mas mabilis makatulong din. Pero syempre, sige lang yun, tapos papanoorin mo. That's one way, no? Training. Tapos, aside from the training, kailangan mo rin may audit. Meaning, lagi mo rin syempre binabantayan, kunyari, paano ang konsumo ng materyales. Nung isang linggo, 2 sako lang yung bigas, ngayon naging 3. Ano nangyari? Saan napunta? Or lumampas ka sa ano? So, you have to audit not just your materials or yung ingredients, pati yung pagtrabaho. nung kahapon lang, nakagawa ka ng dalawang platter. Bakit ngayon isa lang? Ano nangyari? Ba't mas mabilis ka kahapon? Siguro nagtipid ka kahapon kaya mabilis ka, no? O kaya, di ba? So, kailangan meron kang may sukatan, may measurement ka na niyan. Lalo na kung kunyari, maliit pa lang yung dami ng tao mo, not necessarily na nagsisimula ka pa lang, no? Pero mas madali kasi mag-implement ng standardization kung konti pa lang kayo. Hindi tulad kung kunyari 50 na kayo. Paano mo ngayon isa-standardize yan? Ang dami-dami. Si ganito, mabilis gumawa. Gamitin natin yung style niya. Si ganito, mabilis. Siya na lang. So, hindi natin malalaman eh. Pero, it's an ongoing process naman din. Paano mag-improve. So, I guess, syempre, iba-iba ang pag-implement nito, lalo na kung kunyari, yung isa nasa food industry, yung isa gumagawa ng mga, kunyari, products. O yung isa mananahi. Ganyan. So, iba-iba naman din ang implementation. Pero generally, magagamit mo siya sa lahat ng klaseng processes. Tapos, meron pa pala, not just for auditing, you also have to identify kung ano yung mga naging cause at saka paano naging solusyon sa mga problema na dumaan. So, kunyari, si Food Panda, dapat dadating siya ngayon, pero hindi. Ano yung dapat gagawin? Sino tatawagan? Meron ka na dapat listahan yan. So, kumbaga, ito number na yan, tawagan mo, hanapin mo si Janice yan. Si Janice yung kausap ko dito. Mabilis o i-follow up mo kagad sa kanya para nasa na yung delivery, ba't hindi natanggap? O kaya, yung mga ganon, sa supplier. Di ba, imbes na kunyari, nawala yung tao na purchasing mo, si ganito lagi kasi kausap niyan, bukas na lang natin tawagan, paano na yung araw, sayang. Pero kung meron ka na rin nakalista niyan, nakamonitor, hindi, ito lang, tawagan mo lang si ganito, si Mario, hanapin mo si Mario. Siya yung nag-handle sa atin dito, siya yung taga-ayos ng order natin. So tanongin mo na, ba't wala pa rin yung ingredients? Parang ganon. So this is part ng sa Japanese style na sustain and self-discipline. Siyempre kung walang magre-record niyan, walang magdo-document, walang mangyayari. So kailangan may self-discipline ka rin na every time ganyan may problema, may taga-logbook niyan. Kumbaga, ano yung naging problema? Natapon yung ganito. Ano naging solusyon? Inusog yung lalagyan. Parang ganyan. So, little by little, nabubuo mo yung proseso nung negosyo mo. Kasi, lalo na-imagine ko kila Tita Mary, no? 10 years ng sushi, 20 years nandyan sa suki market. Marami nang pinagdaanan yan. Araw-araw pa lang, ang dami na nangyari. At sasabihin, minsan mag-iisip ka na lang, bakit ba nangyari to ulit? Dati naman na-solve na to. Ano ba yung nangyari? Paano ko gagawin yan? Hindi, si nakasolve niyan, si ganito. Kaso nakabakasyon siya ngayon. So, paano natin gagawin? Wala na. Kasi wala yung tao nakasolve eh. So, pero kung meron ka ng documentation na nakalagay, mas madali. So, yun yung sa 5S na sustain, meaning to ipagpatuloy, and self-discipline, ibig sabihin, anong Tagalog ng self-discipline?
Disiplina sa sarili.
Sariling disiplina. Yan, okay. Napaisip. So, yan. Kayo po, Tita Mary, ano po sa tingin nyo? May May magagamit po ba yung yung tips na
Do
to?
Do they practice the 5S methodology?
Yes. Oo. Kailangan kanya-kanya sila ng may ticket check ng stocks, may sulat ng ginawa na bilao doon pa lang sa tapos aside from that, dito naman sa may cashier side, meron ding sinusulat din niya para doble po. And aside from that, pwede, kahit nasa bahay ako, meron akong CCTV din. So, kaya pag nakatutok sa cellphone, sabihin ko, wag mo na sa cellphone yung display nyo.
Nakapanakoy ko dyan
May monitor.
Namomonitor ko din sila. Kaya, thankful din ako at trustworthy, honest sila. Mababait naman din po yung mga tao ko. Ganun. they treat me as their mother, the way I treat them as my children, ganun po.
Mm.
Ganun. Kaya maayos. Actually, may tao ako na mahigit ng 10 taon sa akin. And I'm very thankful na kahit pa paano tatagal sila sa akin din. So, pag may bago, sila na rin po yung nagtitrain sa kanila yung mga bago. Ganun. Minsan di natin maiwasan, may nag-aasawa, may nag-abroad, ganun po.
Pag dumating yung panahon talaga.
Yeah, kasi hindi ko naman din
Tita,
po
thank you
hawak
so
ang
much
buhay
for
nila.
joining us. Hello?
Thank you din po.
Sorry, Tita. Pero abrupt palagi yung cutting mo. Tita, sorry. Thank you so much for joining. Kasi yung signal, partner.
Oo nga.
Kaya nga. Sorry po. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you po kasi you spent your afternoon with us. Pero Tita, meron po kayong 'di ba? Meron po kayong i-share sa ating mga viewers today. Yung mananalo po ng EntrepRadio winner natin today. Meron po kayong tinabi para sa kanila. Ano po 'yun, Tita?
Yes. Meron akong tinabi dito na medium size.
Wow, medium.
Medium
Merong
size.
small. Yeah. Pwede natin pong i-ano sa kanila. Is it today or ngayon na po? I-send natin. Kung sino po yung mananalo,
Pwede
kunin lang natin yung address. Tapos, ipaalala mo. Ganun po.
Sige po, Tita. I-message po namin kayo kasi ngayon po, ang gagawin po natin, maghahanap po tayo ng winner. So, before we let you go, Tita, thank you so much again for joining us and for sharing your experiences in your business. Tita.
Ito lang naman po yung masasabi ko. Basta gawin nating tama. Laging laging yung ingredients dapat talagang Japanese talaga para at huwag nating ibenta yung luma. Ang sekreto kasi nito is laging bago ang ibibigay para sa mga customers para uulit po sila ulit at dadami pa yung customers natin. Ganun na po, sekreto po. Kumbaga, freshness served daily po.
Sige, Tita. Thank you po for the wisdom. Thank you po for the very useful tips po. Thank you, Tita. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Ma'am. Tsaka, thank you rin po sa mga nanood.
At nag-testify na masarap ang Mary Sushi
I'm sure
Bar.
nag-enjoy sila.
Oo. Thank you po.
Thank you po. Salamat po na marami.
Bye-bye.
Ayun, partner.
Mary from Mary Sushi Bar, no? Talagang pwede ba mag-break muna? Mag-order lang ako.
Uy, very generous yung very generous si Tita sa pagbibigay ng tips niya ha. Kasi yung secret niya, pati secret niya, shinare niya sa atin. 'Di ba? At very generous din siya na i-share ang kanyang mga sushi to our Entrep viewers natin today. So, ito na nga partner, ang hinihintay nating lahat.
Sige, partner.
So, ito na ang panahon para malaman natin kung sino naglista ng ating 5S. Sige, wag nating kasi gusto nating ipamigay yung yung mga giveaways natin today. So, wag nating pahirapan.
Ano bang unahin natin? Basta yung first two.
Yung first two, may sumasagot na.
Naku, problema ba rin?
Nailin. Sumasagot na.
Si Nailin talaga.
Paano namin ipapadala?
Sa Bahrain yan? Baka meron kayong, sige, total, na.
Hindi.
Alam na ni Nailin kasi,
Baka na gustong matuto ni Nailin ng Japanese, ng Nihongo. Kasi yun, pwede yun.
Oo. Pwede nga, no?
Diba?
Tama. So we have two
Oo.
prizes actually: the 1 hour session from
Mm.
Miss Jean Sensei, and the medium-sized sushi platter
Mm.
from Tita Mary. No? So, ano ba yan?
From
Magmamine
Tita
lang sila.
Mary.
No? O i-open na muna natin, di ba? Since si
Oo,
Nylene
sige.
nandyan,
Let's see
si
how
Nylene.
oo. Parang nagmamadali talaga. Nagmamadali sila, partner. Excited silang manalo. So, yun nga, hindi natin sila papahirapan today kasi 5S, medyo mahaba yung oras natin kanina. So, baka 3 lang yung
Mhm.
nakuha nila. And I think 3S is good enough. Diba? So, 3S na lang ang hinihintay natin. Give us at least 3 of the 5S na shinare namin sa inyo. And then, you will win Tito Mary's medium-sized sushi platter.
Yes. Okay.
Yon.
Yours, you can
Okay.
comment
So
na your...
let's open the comment section now for their answers. May timer ba tayo? May sound effects ba tayong timer, partner?
Ay, naku,
Parang
wala.
wala pa.
Ikaw na lang.
Ulit
Kunyari
yan.
dial tone ka.
Okay, let's open the floor, partner. Okay, timer starts now.
Yung mga dati bang sumali, pwede pa manalo?
Hindi ko alam. Dapat pala meron tayong mga ganyang rulings.
Oo. Di ba, ano naman to? Show in progress, no? We're all learning
Sige,
how
sige.
to do this better. So si Miss Des. So Miss Des Budomo, sort, seri, set in order, seton, shine, seiso. O may kasama pang hehe.
1, 2, 3. O, 4 yung binigay niya.
So ano ba yan? Silang dalawa na? Si Nylene, pati si Miss Des?
Dapat meron pala tayong no, judges.
So, okay na tayo, partner, kung ganun. Pwede ba padala ng sushi sa Pampanga, sabi ni Karen?
Karen, sumagot ka muna ng 5S.
Hindi, at saka ano ka, part ka ng show. Hindi ka pwede.
So, okay, si Nylene, maybe she can enjoy the 1 hour session with Jean Sensei kasi hindi tayo pwede makapagpadala ng sushi doon.
Hindi,
Sabi
baka may
ni
family naman
Tita
si
Mary,
Nightly dito na gusto niyang
sabi ni Tita
padala.
Mary 15 hours lang.
Ah, hindi, baka may family siya na gusto niya padala ng sushi.
Pwede.
We'll ask her.
Sige, so we have our winners.
Yes. So, noted na siya.
We have our winners. We have Nylene and we have Des Budomo.
Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you so much.
We'd like to send our thanks to our guests, Miss Jean Eledia and Tita Mary, for
Thank you
being
so
a part of the
much.
show and sharing their experiences, their insights, to our ka-entreps.
Yes, and thank you to our viewers as well. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you kasi you participated in our questions. You participated in the Enterprise winner segment as well, 'di ba? And we would like to thank sorry?
And the comments nila na
Yes.
nagbibigay buhay sa ating comment section.
Correct. Ayan. And also we would like to thank Karen, who is our show consultant, and Rian Ruiz, who is our script writer. Nakasama natin nagpupuyat para sa show.
And hindi biro ang mag-isip ng or gumawa ng show. So, we'd also like to invite the other entrepreneurs, no? Yung mga bagong negosyante, mga lumang negosyante, mga nasa gitnang negosyante. We'd like to invite you to be a part of the show. If you want to be a guest or if you'd like to contribute via comments, just message us. And sama-sama tayo magtutulungan, no?
Yes. Sabi nga, di ba, we heal as one.
We heal as one. Kabayanihan.
Yes. Mm-mm. So yun, partner, it has been another show for 2 hours. More than 2 hours na nga, diba? And I
Mm-mm.
sure hope na nag-enjoy ang ating mga ka-entreps today.
So congratulations to everyone again. And for next week, sana you join us again. So, ma-inspire kayo, 'di ba, sa talakayan ng inyong mga life mentors sa online radio na sina Rene, the Envoy Storalba, at Faith, the Voz Pastrana, sa pamumuno ng isa sa pinakakilalang influential speaker sa buong Pilipinas, Pocholo, the Voice Master Gonzales.
At hatid sa inyo ng Creative Voices Productions, Creative Vision Studios, VGH Radio, Voice from Home Program, Voice Acting Project, at the Voice Masters Channel. This is EntrepRadio Online, the voice of Filipino entrepreneurs. Bye, everyone.
Thank you
See you
for
next
watching.
week.
Bye-bye.
Inyong natunghayan ang isa na namang edisyon ng Entrep Radio Online. Samahan niyo muli kami sa susunod na linggo, alas 2 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon sa paghahatid sa inyo ng napakalaman sa pagsisimula ng inyong pangkabuhayan. By Creative Voices Productions, Creative Vision Studio, VG8 Radio, Voice from Home, Voice Acting Project, at ng The Voice Master Channel. Inyong nakasama ang inyong mga lingkod na sina Rene, the Envoy Storalba, at Faith, the Voz Pastrana. At ito ang
EntrepRadio Online,
the voice of Filipino entrepreneurs. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, Entrep Radio, and to always watch VG8 Radio.